Global Public News. I'm Shirako King. Kingston Biologic has released the Neural Jack Model 5. The new model features shorter error recovery times, custom color accents, and is compatible with the Aarakocra and Cancun neural nets. Police and fire personnel are sifting through the rubble and ash of a warehouse in the Lancome Industrial Park. Witnesses claim that the building erupted in a series of explosions and that a massive blast brought down the roof and damaged several nearby buildings. The fire then destroyed everything inside. Several sets of human remains have been found on the debris, but authorities do not know their identities. The tenant company listed nobody on the employee rolls, and nobody has been reported missing since the fire. The annual Australian Great Game Hunt is scheduled to start in 2 months. The Australian Game Commission has opened applications for licenses to enter the preserve and cull monster populations. This year's preferred game is Basilisk. The expedition is, as always, at the hunter's sole risk, and the Commission reminds applicants that rescue service is available at a reasonable fee. Chinese authorities have arrested 12 elves accused of opening an illicit planar portal. These arrests were made after a 12-month joint sting operation by Chinese police and Sigil law enforcement. Without proper permits, such portal violations carry a sentence of up to 175 years in prison. With the evacuation of Bristol complete, a large number of venture contracts have been issued by the UK government to deal with the Bristol rats. Authorities have expressed confidence that the groups of adventurers will soon have the situation in hand. This has been Global Public News.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Code 2050, Episode 5. Hopefully you can hear everyone this time. I was like trying so hard this time. I'm like, I'm not going to mess it up. We're going to do it right.
Maggie was sweating bullets.
I know. I just going from work to work, so for me it's a little nuts. But I think we all managed to cosplay, so kind of mine's half done.
See, if you hadn't have said that, no one would know.
I know. That's what Lauren said. She's like, you look fine. You got this. Just put a wig on, put your horns on. You got this. So if you guys haven't joined us before, we are Code 2050, and you're joined us on our channel, which is Roll4It. We don't have a legendary tier supporter today, but we have a plethora of legendary tier, we have legendary tier supporters who have supported us through many shows. So thank you to all of them. I think all the spots are taken, which is pretty amazing. So thank you guys in general. I'm just gonna give a thank you to everybody who's a legendary tier supporter. We have so many shows now that there's not even enough shows for everyone to choose from. So they pick and choose them. First of all, let's introduce all of our peeps. So I'm just gonna go around. I'll start down below me, which is Jameer. How you doing today, Jameer?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. You know, just chilling. Got out of work, and it's always a good time on Tuesday when I get out, except because I think it was 2 times ago where I was just like kind of chilling, like, all right, I can't wait to do the roleplay stuff, and I totally forgot to jump into the call. So anytime I
we were freaking out, and of course, I think it was the first time Bentham has ever run a show in his life. And he was just learning OBS. I gave him like a crash course, and Tempo's
and I'm
like,
over here just like I'm like cooking, making pasta, and just like, all right, got about like, I'm like, oh my god, it's 8:55.
He was fully dressed in his cosplay, so I believe him.
Yeah, I was chilling.
And Jameer is also Tempo. Tempo plays Jameer. Jameer is his character.
Indeed.
Just want to put that out there.
I am the urban bounty hunter, halfling urban bounty hunter. The street smart, street dumb.
This direction of me is going to be the lovely and wonderful Lauren, aka Random Tuesday, aka Ziggy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm totally ready. I have hair in my face. There we go.
You know what's really funny to me is you're wearing a blue wig, but your hair's not blue anymore. It's purple.
My hair's technically purple, but this camera does not accept that. It is like, your hair is blue. I will show blue hair, and that is the only lighting. I don't know why.
I love it. I hope your day has been going well, and your streams have been going good.
I made half of a hat.
And then to this corner side of me down below, the lovely Lauren is our wonderful GM, aka Kyo. How you doing today, Kyo?
I'm doing fine. I just found out I have a snow day tomorrow, so I get to sleep.
Already?
Yeah, they're already calling it.
What?
Man.
We're supposed
I'm so
to
sick of this.
I live in California, in Southern California. I don't get any snow days.
They're saying like 14 to 17 inches here. So, and
Where do
included,
you live
like,
again?
half an inch of ice. Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Because I'm in Mass and like we're getting snow as well, but I don't think it's gonna be as bad as the previous two. So I'm kind of crossing my fingers.
No, here.
You guys get snow, Lauren.
Where at?
We don't understand snow, so any amount of snow is too much.
Too much, yeah.
She's up in Seattle. They do get snow though.
Okay.
Southern California, we never get snow. If it rains, people are freaking out and they're like, "There's water falling from the sky!" And they act like idiots.
Out with my notebook.
Oh no, get your notebook. While Lauren's going to get her notebook, let's talk a little bit about Roll4It and how you can support us. If you love what you see here and you want to help support all of these lovely people, we are able to pay all of our cast members in our GM and our showrunners and all of that stuff. So thank you guys so much. And that all is thank you to our huge support from our Patreon. So patreon.com/Roll4It if you want to support us over there. It has been an insane year for us. I've only been with Roll4It for a year, and I've only been an admin for like 6 months or something like that. And we've just gotten so much support from all of the community, and this community is so lovely. And we also try to return that. So we give you guys all kinds of goodies depending on if you're a GM tier supporter, which you get to see all the goodies from the GM support side. You get to see, if you're a player tier side, you get to see all the player character sheets and any of the changes that we make and things like that. We do, for the observer tier, we do after shows. So after the show, we'll do an after show. So you guys get to see a little sneak peek of what our characters are thinking or how to deal with head trauma. What did you do? Kia, what did you do?
It wasn't
me. Everyone's moved. Jameer is now Ziggy. You're Random Tuesday. You are now the GM.
Button.
Oh no, who did it?
What happened? I didn't hit any buttons. No, I didn't.
I mute myself, but I turned my video off by accident.
All right, let's do it like this. Lauren, turn it off. Keo, turn it off.
Parkour monk. She jumps
Jameer,
from
turn
one
it off.
frame to the other.
All of you turn off your cameras, and then
Parkour.
turn your camera off.
Oh.
Turn your camera on.
Hold
Jameer.
on.
Lauren, turn your camera on.
Cool.
Then
Okay,
Jameer.
I'm in.
Jameer. Tempo.
Should be coming. It should be coming.
Tempo, turn
Should
your
be
camera
coming.
on.
There it goes.
Okay, and then Keo. Woo, fixed. Okay.
Sorry about that.
This time I didn't mess it up.
No, that was 170. I was trying to hit the mute button, but it's right next to the turn off your video button. So,
Lauren, it's just the world trying to tell you should keep being a GM for us. I'm gonna miss not having you as a GM. You've been so awesome.
yeah, but will you miss me after everyone dies? What?
I mean, I might be the reason everyone dies. I kind of did give somebody the Excalibur. I gave Guinevere the Excalibur. It's gonna be interesting. That's another show. If you guys want to tune in, we have our final episode, twitch.tv/Roll4It right here on Sunday. The next thing, speaking of, that's a great segue. Twitch. You can also support us on Twitch. If you subscribe to us here, you get a plethora of emotes. We're working on some new ones with our artist. So I hope you guys like those. There may be a LeMayo one in there and some other goodies. Thanks to Lauren. Lauren's she's the person who's driving the force here.
Good at mishearing things.
As well as you help support us in a lot of other ways. So thank you guys so much for that. And if you want to support us in ways that are unmonetary, you can just go ahead and click that little heart right there so you don't miss out on any future Twitch action. As well as if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the little bell so you don't miss out on any things, because YouTube wants you to click 2 things instead of just 1, just to make it complicated. And then you can also follow us on all of our social medias over at Twitter and Facebook so that you can keep up to date on all the things. I even remind you of time zone changes when those things happen, because that's annoying.
It's a thing, yeah.
And I think I covered everything on that front. So without further ado, I would like to throw it to the wonderful GM. How are you gonna deal with us today?
Mm-hmm. Do as you will.
All right. So when we last left you guys, you had met a fun little gnome named Cloud. Who you actually got an encrypted ledger from.
I might have magically made him suggested that he should give this information to us.
Yeah.
Really well done on your part.
So you guys sent that off to get decrypted, and that was pretty much the end of that episode. So you guys, for those of you who haven't noticed, the feeds are missing for 2 of our players. Evan is still down for the count, and Salem is, Win-Win is actually taking care of him today to make sure that he gets a swift recovery. So
I think Win-Win just got distracted by some food.
She's
I'm
probably
sure
just
that-
eating a large stick of meat somewhere. Like, let's be honest. She probably was like, yeah, I'm totally going to watch him. And then we left. And then you see the scene of Evan laying there with his leg all messed up. And he's all
He's like
zonked
totally
out.
out of it.
And then
She made
you
it
see
to the
Win-Win
first-
smelling something from the window in the distance. And her nose is like,
Subway?
what is that?
You know?
and
Got like a double-decker.
she leaves.
Gone.
And there
That's
Evan
what she
sits
does.
alone.
She's very
Which is
food
frightening.
motivated.
Yeah. You know?
Why
She's
have
like,
we
"Oh,
not figured out to bring snacks with us more often?
Oh my gosh, like your bunny. We just like do a trail of snacks and then
Yeah.
she'll follow
And
us.
then Win-Win will go.
We actually, so there's a little jar with treats in it, and just by shaking it, he
Come on,
loses
Win-Win.
his mind.
Wow.
Oh, your
He will
bunny?
run
You need to take footage
and
of this.
start attacking your feet if you don't give it to him soon enough.
Really?
It's really funny. So anyway, you guys have the ledger. You found the another one of those flyers that had the QR code that directed you to the Royal Reveille Theater, and I believe that's where we left off. So you guys can take it away.
Royal
What is your plan for the
Reveille.
day?
Right.
We just left there, right? And we went back to...
So we're waiting to get the decryption, and we need to kill some time. Oh no, wait.
Uh-huh.
And then we saw a bunch of hipsters apparently are posting flyers for the
Oh
Royal.
yeah, maybe we'll look into the flyer. So Ziggy did scan it,
Mhm.
right? And what did
Yeah.
it say on your thing?
So the name that came back was Royal Reveille, and I think you guys did a quick Google search on it.
Yeah.
Shutdown
Turns out-
theater.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
shutdown
yeah.
theater.
Let's go to the
So-
theater district then. And
Mhm.
the theater district where the theater is. But the theater's not
theatre.
actually there.
Nah, it's shut
Also,
down.
Did
After
we
my
get
last
like another
performance.
clue pointing us towards that theater before? I feel like then it's come up
You
in some
guys-
way.
You have found
I had a flyer
other
earlier
flyers.
on
Yep.
the train, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on the body of.
Okay. That's right.
The
I
dead
feel like
kid.
in some way
oh,
it was
the
connected.
zombie kid.
Connected to it. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go to a theater.
The theater? Oh, I love the shows.
Do we?
I used
they
to do a
don't
little bit.
actually have a show playing these days.
No.
So what do we know about the theater district? We know that it's kind of run down, you said?
So just this theater is run down. This theater, it was really popular up until about like 2 decades prior to the turn of the millennium. It actually kind of like devolved into almost like an adult entertainment theater.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh.
one of those theaters.
Oh, one of those
No.
theaters.
It used to be one of the most well-known theaters in all of Paris, though. Aside from that, you guys know the district you're looking for is just northeast of the Ile de la Cité, which is where Notre Dame is. It sits in like the heart of the city.
Mhm.
Is
And
it
it's
walking distance?
Oh,
it would
God.
be walking distance from your hotel.
Okay.
It's just in the opposite direction of where you guys came from. So where you are now, the shop you're at, I think it was like a 5-minute walk from your hotel, right?
Yeah, you said it was 5 minutes to walk from our hotel, so it's probably a 10-minute walk.
Yeah, 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
I know what you're
Ten
thinking already, Ziggy. You want to walk there. Don't worry, this time I remembered to bring some flats. So she like actually pulls off, she normally wears like these killer high heels. They're very sexy. She takes them off and she puts them in her bag, and then she like pulls out these like nice little flat shoes and she puts them on.
Ziggy does that like puppy thing where it's like, okay,
Yes.
are we going?
Okay,
now?
good.
Can
All
we go?
right, now let's get some move on.
Jameer, yeah.
You know,
Jameer like picks
I-
out his phone too and is asking, like, "Oh,
Oh yeah, you're already like taking your phone out.
participate in the parkour as well."
While you guys are
I see.
running and parkouring, Felicity's probably going to be going on about like the area, so she'll be like, "I remember back in the day when that theater used to be a lovely place to go. Now they're playing those kind of films these days."
What
Just
is
isn't the same.
the kind you
Oh.
disrespecting the art of the modern?
You know,
So-
I don't want to
Performance?
disrespect it.
I
It's
assume
an
it's a
art,
theater like.
it's an art within itself, but it's not as classy.
Wait, is this a live theater or a film theater?
Oh yeah, is this
It's
live?
live.
It
If
was
it's
live, then became film. It's actually run down right now. It's
Okay,
no
okay.
longer
Nothing
playing
out.
anything actively.
Okay,
Um,
was it a film or was it a live?
It was. Yes, it was
Okay, it was
live.
film. All right. Ooh, I was
It
like,
changed to
live
film, and now
sexual
it's shut
stuff
down.
that's a different type of thing. Okay.
It was live, then it was film, and
It's
now
film,
it's empty.
and now it's
Okay.
Now
Cool.
it is run down.
okay.
Ziggy will instruct Jameer on the correct method of going in a straight line and going over all obstacles in your path.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So this street, you see, we are going to walk in a straight line. As there is a thing in your way, you would just jump over it, or in your case, maybe under. It's like
well, I want to do it the way that you have
Like a
done,
bike
but perhaps I can add my own bit of flavor to it. And Jameer
Ooh.
like takes one of his bandanas
Felicity's gonna
out
grab your phone from you, Jameer, so that she can help take a footage for you.
before he gets ready to
let
do
me
it. He
have
like
that
measures
before
it.
you drop it, darling.
Oh, you're going to take the video as well.
I suppose I can.
All right, I'm not gonna need to measure the dimensions of it, so he takes his headband.
Wait, you have like okay? I was like, you have a ruler? Oh, you
my
measure
headband
everything
as-
in headbands. I love it. All
You
right.
say, okay, just about right.
Jameer,
No, this is not the way to
go
do.
for it.
Just go.
Just
but I've never
go.
done it before. Okie dokie. So I kind of back up. I put my crossbow down. And I do like the kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen people get ready for the triple jump before, but they do this like step thing and then they like stretch out their leg and then kind of step back before they do it. And then I just run full speed at it and I attempt to do like a kind of front
Like a
handspring
vault?
over it. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
All
roll an
right.
acrobatics check for me.
Yeah, I did a test one earlier because I knew something like this would.
Oh yeah, I saw that you did it. I just turned it on and I saw that you did an acrobatics earlier. Good thing you got the
Alright.
9 out of the way.
Yep. Here we go.
Ooh, that was
All
great.
right.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
Jameer.
following
Killing it.
Ziggy's expert lead, you managed to vault actually a pretty long and large.
Wait. Because are you guys both trained in acrobatics?
Yeah.
Are
Actually
you?
have a
Are
pretty
you,
decent,
Jameer? Are you trained in acrobatics?
Yeah, I actually have a.
Can he roll
trained.
advantage just to see if he would have crit? Just for
Yeah, sure.
funsies?
Go ahead.
Oh, just for funsies?
Yeah, just for
You're
funsies.
getting instruction from Ziggy.
Yeah.
Roll
I mean,
another. Just roll another one.
You just roll another acrobatics.
normal.
Oh, it's
Okay.
even better. It's a 22. Yes.
It's almost a crit.
Oh.
So yeah, you actually somehow managed to spring your halfling body up and over the bus stop waiting bench and completely vault over it. You make it the whole distance, and it is a long bench.
That's awesome.
And then I just like land, and I'm kind of shaking, and then I just look back at Ziggy and I say, "How did I do?"
So good! That was the best I've ever seen!
Really? You get the video?
She's like nodding. She's like, I do
cannot
have to say
believe
that
it.
was fairly impressive. And she like turns it, like slides the bar back over and hits play so you can rewatch it again.
Yes. Oh, this is the best day of my life, you know, Ziggy. I cannot have ever done this without you.
It's
so-
almost like your teacher was once a teacher before.
It's life.
In a past life, she might have been a teacher.
perhaps. Oh my
So,
goodness.
Ziggy just goes for a more classic run and like jumps and then like runs across the bench and then jumps down.
Oh, wow. This is amazing. I've been watching the video over and over as you had seen before, so I'm glad that it has all paid off.
So,
this
Jameer-
is
Yeah, high
amazing.
five.
While you're reviewing that, you actually get a little pop-up notification in your app. It's a message from DVH.
Yeah. So I open up. Hi. Guess where I get that message from? This? The Big D.
It is Dick
What does
Fenton.
it say?
So
Did he like it? Because nobody's ever really liked my posts. Like nobody ever likes anything that I post.
He
It's
liked
always,
your
like,
YouTube. He
reposts.
left a comment on your YouTube video.
Yeah.
You remember?
you left the one that you left up of Ziggy.
No, that's what I mean. Like they never like stuff that I post, like specifically of me or like anything that has to do with
Oh,
me.
it's usually
I'm always
of
posting
some
other
of
stuff
Ziggy.
or
Gotcha,
posting
gotcha.
stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this is
Uh,
the first time that I've got like a real like from something that I did.
Yep. He
Aw.
tagged the like and he left a message saying, got your tickets for the Unity show, send me your number.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah. Should I say? I'll send him my real one. I look back at the crew and I say, D is giving us.
Freaking out.
Yeah, I'm just bugging out right now. Saying, the big D, he says that he has our tickets ready. I know we have some other things to do, but
we need the show. How much time do we have?
How much time?
The show is tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow. We have plenty of time. For the show.
I think we might have to go shopping then after this. Let's get to the theater and check it out first, though.
Are you suggesting this is not appropriate attire for a concert?
My darling Ziggy, I think that your outfit's perfectly acceptable. But it would be kind of fun to dress you up, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, I was able to find a man on the street while we were coming back from the shop who was selling these weird neck bands, right? People, they tie them and wear them down. So I figured since he had such a good deal on them, it was a nice headband that I could wear. And I can get one for you as well.
You bought a tie as a headband?
It was a great deal.
It's a tie. Like, it's a really good bandana. Yes, you should definitely wear this on your head more often.
Indeed. So I can get one for you if you need one for the concert.
Don't say it, Felicity. Yeah. Don't do
it. Felicity's like, she goes to almost say that's not what you're supposed to do with that,
you can clearly see the tag.
Yeah,
and everything.
It's definitely a tie, but she's like, she refrains. She lets you be happy wearing it.
Nice.
Okay, your loss. Let's get to the theater. We have more.
I'm assuming we're talking about this while we're on the way.
Yeah, I presume all of this is happening. Ziggy's not good at standing still.
No, she's not. I mean, she's a parkour monk for a reason.
The path you guys take actually leads you right past Notre Dame. You will pass it on your left. You will see the historical cathedral at the center of the city. You'll pass over the Seine and into the theater district. The theater is actually only about a block deep. And once you get there, you see the marquee for the actual theater outside. It still says Royal Reveille on the outside, just barely. At this point, the paint's worn pretty thin. Outside of it, it looks like the front door is locked with a heavy chain, and there's a decent amount of foot traffic going by. Ziggy, what you notice is that there looks to be as you guys sort of walk by the building, you see a path leading back, and it looks like there's almost like a stage entrance on a side alley leading past.
What did the poster say on it? That did it have a time and date or anything like that?
It didn't. All it said was Royal Reveille.
That's it? Did it have anything else on it? That and just the QR code?
Just the QR code.
And then when we scanned the QR code, it just gave us an address.
It just gave you the name. It didn't. The handout didn't actually have anything on it aside from
big QR code.
A note promoting the separatist movement. They're basically against a unified Europe, not because they hate other Europeans, but they want to. They're afraid that culture will be lost by sort of homogenizing all of the different cultural groups into one big unified sub-nation almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how that ties into everything else, or if you're just sending us down a weird rabbit hole.
That's what I'm scared.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. So we see a weird side entrance.
At the bomber, so.
Or Ziggy does specifically.
Yep.
Ziggy will definitely point down the side alley, is side door over there, and should kind of jog up to it and see if that's locked at all, or chained or closed.
It is also chained. However, as you pass by the building, you notice that it's not specifically hidden. There is another QR code that's stamped on the side of the building, though.
Oh.
Good.
Oh. Another one. What are we doing? Treasure hunt?
No, what is scavenger hunt?
Oh God, it's like one of those
I'm a bounty
reality
hunter.
games.
I'm a bounty
One of
hunter,
those
not the
people
treasure
with
one.
clays.
Don't break the fourth wall. Stop.
It is one of those.
Well, why don't you go ahead and scan that code? And
Boop.
Okay.
we're all like looking over her shoulder.
The text that pops up reads Thursday, 2200.
What day is it today?
It is Thursday.
Oh.
What time is it?
Let's see. You guys went to that shop around 8. It's probably like
In the
around
morning.
10 o'clock or so.
Okay, it's pretty early in the morning.
Mhm.
So do we stay here until for 12 hours?
Well,
Ah,
I
that
think
is a
maybe
long-
we get some shopping done and come back.
Do
Yeah.
you want me to sniff it out a little more?
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
This
All
place
right.
gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Just so we know maybe what would be expected.
You
on-
make a fair point. I'm just
Yes.
excited to go shopping.
We can
Do
go
your
shopping.
thing, Ziggy. If there's something that I can help with, do let me know.
Is there any like window or anything that could be climbed up to?
So there's no windows up on the second floor. However, at the front of the building, there are windows that when you look in, you can see like a dusty, dilapidated lobby with like a concession stand on one side and everything. The floor, a lot of the carpet looks pretty torn up, and it just looks like it's in general disrepair. Oh, kitty.
Aww.
All of us were like,
Right? Come on. Fourth wall. Come on.
So we can see a little bit inside. I kind of want to try and still get into the building. Can I just try and pick the lock? Like, is it a particularly complicated padlock at all?
Nope. Standard issue padlock. You can try to break in. Yeah, sure.
Does it smell like it's gonna explode?
Does it have a red blinking light on it?
Yeah, like just to
Roll
be clear,
perception.
is it
You have
trapped?
to investigate, right? Like
Yeah.
to see if there's
Yeah.
a trap.
Allow me. Oh
I
no,
guess
I'm
I can
negative
help
one.
with
Never
that
mind.
too. I
Not-
think I
that
might be
is not my
trained
forte.
in
Do
investigation.
not let me.
No,
Unless
I'm not
survival.
trained. I'm fairly good at investigation though, even though I'm not trained. Is this the padlock that's like the level door, or is it like up higher?
I assume this is like ground level. This is the side door. It's padlocked.
No, both doors are padlocked. You can either try to get into the side door
I'm
or you
gonna
can
go for the side door.
Explodey. Someone.
side door.
Such a good quote.
Exploded? Does it smell like
Okay, we'll
This
investigate
is-
the door.
Lauren, as a player, has
Okay.
opened a few too many doors that have exploded in her face.
Also, she
And
may
I'm
have
just like-
placed some doors. Let's just put that.
Yeah.
All right, I will investigate it. I think it's perfectly fine. Everything's fine.
As
I
far
don't
as you
see
can
any
tell,
traps.
Yep. As far as you can
Ziggy's
tell,
gonna
it's
use
like a
her
standard
thieves'
issue
tools.
master.
You
Ah.
fool! Oh,
All right.
thieves' tools.
Give me a moment.
So you deftly managed to snap the lock open.
Oh wait, no.
Nothing. No singed eyebrows. Padlock falls off, and the chain kind of falls to the ground.
Ooh, okay.
Perhaps
am
we
going-
should explore a little bit to kill a little bit at a time, or
I definitely think so.
Time to sneak in.
maybe there's a shop inside you can shop in.
I highly doubt that. And if there is, I don't think we're gonna be shopping.
But maybe some of the old wardrobe is here. You could wear it.
There could be. Ooh.
Ooh, now that's thinking, Ziggy.
All right.
Uh,
So
I'm gonna
you
sneak inside
enter-
as
Yep,
quietly
it's
as I can.
a large audience area. All of the rows of seats, you can see where there used to be rows of seats kind of bolted to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
All of the chairs are removed. The actual foundation that the chairs were on, though, is still in place. There's steps leading up. It was like a stadium style seating arrangement. To the right is a traditional stage along with a big movie theater screen up against the back wall. You see doors leading back behind the stage to your right, and up at the head of the theater to your left, you see two sets of double doors.
And just so I always keep forgetting, we need to say what our rolls were. We had a 9 for the investigation and a 23 for the thieves' tools. So thank you, Ziggy, for having useful tool
Yeah,
skills, because
gosh.
I saw nothing.
Sneaky monk.
Yeah.
So the double doors, do those look like they're going to the street? Like, would those be leading to the
Is this
entryway?
Yeah, it looks like they are headed out into the lobby.
Okay, so those will go to the lobby. How dusty is it? Like, does this look like people have been here recently?
Roll perception for me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That one.
You can just tell by her reactions what the rolls are.
She rolled a 5.
5 total.
It looks pretty dusty in here, and you're not really sure
He's
when the
gross.
last time anyone has ever been in here.
This is
I'm pretty sure.
disgusting. Only rats would be here.
Oh.
You should blow this building up.
I think that's why it was closed in the first place.
Okay.
And then why would they be wanting to meet here? You know, it seems like it is not a place they meet all the time. So do you think perhaps they meet in different locations?
That might make sense.
You know,
You
'cause
imagine
why here? You
they
know,
fell.
like,
Well, I think it makes sense why
How
they
many
meet
do you
here.
think
If you're
there
trying
are?
to meet discreetly, finding an abandoned building is probably the best way to go about it.
I know I've
this
done
place.
I don't want to know what kind of meetings Ziggy's having.
This place is just so massive, you know. My gosh.
that. Let's
Well.
see if there's anything backstage that we should be aware of. Ziggy's just gonna sneak around backstage quietly and just see if she sees anything.
Yeah, I guess we'll follow suit unless
I'm
there's
just like looking under
areas we
seats and
can't.
stuff. I'm just like kind of
Yeah.
seeing if there's anything that I can find as well.
Candy.
Yeah, I guess I'm.
You know, is there?
I'm particularly looking for if there's anything that looks like they might be setting up for something.
Okay.
Mm.
So, back behind the stage, you find a set of 4 dressing rooms, as well as another room marked storage.
Hmm.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
I want to open the door.
To what? The dressing
Quietly.
rooms or the storage room?
All of them?
I'll probably try and like listen first and see if like I hear anybody or sounds of people.
Okay. Give me another perception check. Because you're so good at this.
Can't do any worse. So 12.
Okay.
You know.
Not bad.
You hear the kind of sounds you would expect out of an old building. Maybe the sound of like a rat scurrying along
Okay.
behind the
No,
wall
like
or something,
voices of
but
people talking.
no voices, no footsteps.
Okay.
Then I'll just probably go down in order and like, if they're not locked, just open the door, peer inside, see if like Felicity was saying, if they look like they're setting up for anything. Is there anything that does not appear to be part of the
And
dilapidated?
I guess in the dressing rooms, if we see any
any good dresses.
Any good
fresh
dresses?
outfits. Yeah. I go in as
So-
well.
In the first 3 dressing rooms you guys find are just totally ransacked. There's like pieces of wood and old construction material left there.
Mm.
And in the 4th one, however, you guys find there are 2 mannequins against the back wall, one of which is wearing like a human-sized tuxedo, and the other has a really elaborate like sequined. Is
Yeah,
that the word?
sequined.
Oh my god, sequined
got it.
dress. Almost
Ooh.
like a 1920s flapper kind of style.
Ooh, that's cute.
That thing's
And,
a tuxedo.
Actually, it's perfect.
No.
Ziggy will take the tuxedo and I'll
Tuxedo?
take I'll
And you
take the fancy sequin
What
dress.
about me? You know, well, I do like what I'm wearing, but
I'm sure we'll
Ziggy,
find you
move your head
something.
Takes the tuxedo jacket and puts it on Jameer and sees how well it fits.
It probably does
just
not
like-
fit Jameer very well. He's like his
sitting on
arms
it.
are like flapping.
inside of the elbows, my hands like hit the elbows of it.
Yeah, oh, it's so cute. Just so you guys, if you're just
Okay,
tuning in
Savvy.
for the first time, Jameer is a halfling and he's tiny.
Yeah.
You're very small.
I've never won one of these in my life before.
Wait,
you know, I
Jameer,
do like
how tall are you? 4'1"?
or one. Yep.
4'1", yeah. And then how tall is your character?
Ziggy,
I'm 6'1". The complete
Oh my
opposite.
god. Damn.
Ziggy was what?
5'9".
5'9". Okay, Ziggy's pretty tall too.
All right, so yeah,
From, like,
Jameer,
the
this is
mid-size
like
for elves.
Oh yeah, you're
How do I
elf,
look?
It
right?
goes down to like mid calf.
Oh, it's so
How do I look?
cute.
It's a cloak.
Not
I mean,
the best
I could try to sew that up for you. I do
Is
have a
there a
disguise
top
kit, I
hat?
think.
It is
Yeah,
okay.
I could totally
you know.
sew it, right? A disguise kit would have something sewy.
You know what? Yes, there's
Is
a
there-
top hat and a cane.
Ooh.
You're the top hat. I put it on Jameer. How about some prizes instead? Put the
And it's
top
fresh
hat
too.
on him.
It's like
Like the hat.
so. I got like the whole. What do I look like, Neo now? I got like the bandana looking with like the Top hat as well?
He takes the cane and like snaps it to make it the right height for him.
Nice.
Takes the tuxedo jacket back, puts it on, realizes the arms don't work very well, gets a knife and just cuts open the armpit.
Oh my god.
You are a true tailor, Ziggy. I cannot believe it.
Felicity
so much
is horrified that
done
you
for
just
me.
like cut it with a knife.
I need more movement than this. She probably just rips the seams. Yes, we can move properly now, but she's still got the hood on.
Oh,
You would fit in perfectly
oh
when they
goodness
come.
gracious. That's all that Felicity says. Oh my god. Oh
You
my
just
god.
watch
Fabulous.
this whole thing as a
Fabulous.
everyone.
Got my top hat on.
I kind of like fold the dress up and put it nicely into my bag.
hmm
There's
Actually, I roll it up because then it doesn't
yeah?
wrinkle and it fits in the space better. Just
there's
to juxtapose their craziness.
yeah, it
Cutting
likes to
holes
show.
and shit.
there's one of those
Snapping
old,
canes.
like the dressing mirrors that they used to have in star dressing rooms with all the light bulbs.
With all the
going
light
around.
bulbs, yeah.
Yep.
hmm
Yep. So you guys could totally check yourselves out as you do this. Nothing else in that room. Once you guys get to the storage room, though, you find a few things in there. There's stacks and stacks and stacks of those same brochures that you guys had. The flyers.
Okay. Flyers, okay.
Well,
Yep.
it does look like they're using this place as a headquarters for now.
Yeah, it seems so. That somebody was here before. It is not going to be the first time. So, despite this place
Wonder if we
looking
could get
like
our
no
hands
one's
on
been,
some drones or something and maybe put some up in this room. See who comes in here.
Either that or they are very wasteful of paper and they just printed out way more flyers than they needed.
apparent. Yeah, this seems to be the case. You know,
That's great.
In one
But that
corner,
seems less likely. I am hoping, or I am going to be very mad at this organization for their waste of resources.
yes,
I like how
Yeah.
Ziggy still is trying to have like a good outlook on this.
yeah.
in
Yes,
one
it
corner of the
is.
storage room, you guys find. Do you guys know what TIFO are? Like,
What is it?
I don't know another word. It's just like a giant banner. They use them a lot at like sporting events. Like
Oh,
soccer
yeah.
games.
Final,
They'll-
yeah.
Yeah.
You roll out the whole thing, and it takes
Yeah.
up like. half the-
It'll go like along
Oh,
like a stage
gotcha.
like or something. Yeah.
Yep. It looks like they've prepared one. There's a bunch of paint cans and one that's kind of like haphazardly rolled up into sort of a cylinder up against the wall in the back. Other than that, though, as far as you can see, the room is empty.
Okay. What is it's rolled up? You said.
Mhm.
I'm gonna unroll it. What does it say on it?
As you
How big is
unroll
it? Also, as I'm like unrolling
pretty
it, does it
big.
go out of
It's
the room?
It's big.
Yeah,
like,
we'll
it's
do
yards
the
and
simul
yards and
roll.
yards.
So she unrolls it while Ziggy will.
Yeah,
roll.
and I'm like pulling it out the door.
Uh-huh.
I'm like in the hallway now.
Once you unroll it, it says unity is history, unity is freedom.
That's like kind of what the poster line type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't say unity is history. It's separation is history, separation is freedom. That's what it says.
Okay. But in French is what you're saying.
Right.
Separate.
Okay. I start rolling it back up and going back and trying to put it back how it was.
These people.
So should we come back here for their party?
Yeah, seems like it is going to be. I hope they have drinks, refreshments, and
Maybe we should
hopefully-
arrive a little earlier than they're gonna be here.
Shall we blend in with them, or shall we be here incognito?
Was there like in the room, is there like balconies or higher? Is anywhere like rafters, a perching
Yeah.
location that Ziggy could say hide in?
Yeah. When you look out from the stage back towards the back of the theater,
Like the rigging or
there's actually a projector room up above it. So there's probably some way to get up there.
I can hide out here for a little bit, be here early. and then maybe you two come in as participants.
That's not a bad idea.
It seems to
I
be
might
a
help you
public-
out a little bit and maybe make you blend in a bit. Invisibility spell might help you out.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh.
She's like, what? I don't need to blend in. I look perfectly normal.
Well, I think we'll probably blend in. We'll do
Tuxedo.
like a disguise kit type
Yeah.
of thing, but like I'll probably just make you invisible is what I was thinking. If you're since you're gonna hide out. I don't know if there's gonna be somebody up there projecting something, so
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
You'll be fine. She's like, I'll
You'll
be
be okay.
fine.
I think this.
Or in
will be
case your
okay.
parkouring doesn't go so well.
Oh,
Second dispel.
it's always going great.
Okay.
Yes, make sure that like like they have like what are those bungee things when they drop people
Oh
from,
yeah, like the carabiner.
like Deus Ex.
Oh yeah. In like theaters.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't get
is
caught
there,
in
like,
that.
leftover lighting rig or anything like that in the theater?
Up above the stage, you can see where it probably once stood, but
Yeah, I imagine if
most of it's been removed to make
Everything's
room for the
busted.
actual screen.
That's fair.
Okay.
I figured if it was okay. Ziggy, I will aim for the projector booth, and then, unless we hear back about this weird coin and who bought it, we can't really do much.
Yeah.
It's very boring back at the hotel.
Let me do one more
Very.
thing. If you guys don't mind hanging out for a little bit,
Okay.
I am gonna use my find familiar, and I would like to find a familiar that I can like kind of command to do some things. Like I know they're very simple things, but they could at least be watching here and seeing if like somebody does something.
Yeah. So the way that works is if you're within 100 feet of where your familiar is, you can telepathically see what he is seeing. So like you would theoretically be able to shove one upstairs somewhere and then wait outside, relatively close to where it is and see inside the building.
Okay.
What form would you like it to take? There's animals here you can choose from.
I'm assuming
don't
that we
pick fish.
want like a rat, or I don't know what the options are for me, but I think in this area, I'm assuming maybe like a mouse or a rat or something makes the most sense, right? Because like it's like an abandoned theater. What else would be in there? Maybe a bird? I don't.
Pigeon.
Yep,
Pigeon.
they have birds, spiders, even
Ooh,
bats. There's a
Please,
cat.
anything but the spider.
there's a cat. Oh,
Cat would totally work too.
yeah, cat might be cool. Okay, I'll be like I'll find an alley cat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sweet.
cool.
So you
Can it
you
be a
kind of
black
reach-
alley cat?
Yeah, sure. You reach into the extra dimensional planes and pull out a familiar.
So what you see
black
is
alley cat.
Felicity sits down in the storage room that we're in, and she has her eyes closed, and she like has one arm out and like one arm down, and the tattoo along her arm is like a snake, and then it starts forming into a cat, and it starts glowing, and then it like kind of tingles down through her tattoos in her arms, and like a portal door opens from like in front of her hand, and out comes a little black cat.
Oh, kitty.
Oh,
I can make lots of cat noises.
Yeah, right. I talk to my cat sometimes too, so.
Sometimes he talks back and you're just both meowing at each other. And I'm like, he's probably like, stupid human, just feed me.
Right? That's for the cat, the familiar cat.
Ziggy immediately tries
Oh,
to
the cat.
And then you just see
Oh.
me kind of like, I come back and my arm is no longer glowing and I'm just like petting the cat. And to the cat, I am saying, why don't you just stay around this area and keep a lookout. If you see anyone, let me know.
It understands exactly what you mean and walks out into the lobby, and you can sense as it follows up some stairs and winds up in an office that's located on that second floor.
Cool. It's sitting in a chair.
Yeah, busted old chair.
What the hell? Yo.
Well, if they come in here, the cat will let me know.
Yes, if they attempt to attack us, can you make like a tiger come? Just in case. You know,
I
are you
wish
like
I
a
could make a
beastmaster now
tiger.
as well?
I'm not that
Oh.
talented yet. Maybe someday. Now I
See.
can just work on small critters.
Oh.
Rats,
Well, you need to
cats,
start somewhere,
birds.
you know, so. Very
Fair enough.
impressive, I must say. So, I kind of give her the bravo on stage. It's like,
Thank you,
encore.
Jameer. Encore. Very fitting for our show. Well,
Okay, so I guess we
is there
wait.
anything else y'all think we should be working on here? Maybe go down to the stage, see if they have anything rigged down there. Ooh, actually, you said there's
We
like a
should check the
projector,
door.
right, at the top.
Isn't there a double door as well? That's where the exit, though, right? The lobby?
Yes.
We should-
So
God's a door we game so we can lock it.
Oh.
that is fair.
Yeah, but I was thinking the projector's upstairs. I wonder if there is something in the projector already.
We can
Like
go check.
like a video or something?
Yeah, like we could
Yeah.
see
Get a
if there-
sneak peek?
Yeah, a
So-
sneak peek of the show.
So Felicity, you could kind of sense where your familiar was going, almost like it already knew where you needed it to go. You can lead the two of them out into the lobby, and on the left-hand side, out in the main lobby, there's a set of stairs that'll take you up to that second level.
Mhm.
And once you guys are in there, there's just two doors. Well, I'm sorry, there's 4 doors up here. It looks like one at each opposite end of the hallway leads to a fire escape.
Mm.
2 doors in the hallway. One leads to the office where your familiar is. The other leads to the projector room.
Okay. What do I see, like, if I, like, take a moment and then I look through the cat's eyes and perspective, what do I see in the office room?
You see a lot of old books. There's some knocked over filing cabinets, a pretty large and elaborate like executive desk, and a busted up wheeled chair that's kind of like sitting off its hinge a little bit, but your cat doesn't really seem to care. He's just happy he's got a throne to sit on.
I'm gonna describe this to you guys as I'm like standing there, and the snake tattoo that's now turned into a cat tattoo is glowing, and you can see her kind of like sitting there looking. She's like looking forward in front of her with her hand out, but you don't like. Looks like she's like like
space,
she's just staring off into space type of thing.
And
she's just talking while.
Did you do any drugs before you came?
No, I'm like telling you what I'm seeing from the cat's perspective.
No, I'm like asking her to like, did you do any?
It's a
I
magic
can't hear what they're saying, right? I can only talk to them, like repeat what I'm saying.
No,
Look
you
at
can-
Ziggy.
you're aware of what they're saying still.
Okay.
He smacks Jameer. It's a magic
Oh, okay.
Ziggy's already handling it. I don't need to handle it. I come back and I'm like, well, that's what I see.
All right, and are you guys gonna check out the projector room too?
Yeah,
Let's see why not. We have time, right?
I think we'll do that.
We have a lot of time.
So inside the projector room, you guys find a lot of old film canisters. They're all missing the film reels. It looks like somebody took all of the reels and just left the old canisters behind. There is like an old school projector machine that you actually have to like kind of work the film around and crank to get started up. It's pretty impressive. It is also massive, and that is probably why it was left behind. Aside from that, just same kind of thing that you've seen around everywhere else. Old construction material. Looks like part of the tiled roof kind of fell in a little bit here. But you get a good view of the stage from here.
Okay.
And this is look. Wow, this place is a beautiful disaster, if you ask me. These machines, these are very, the antiques. I'm sure they might be worth a little something, but I don't know if I can get this out on my own if we were ever to try.
I don't know why I'd want to take it. I think it's better off in here. Plus, I think that's more of win-wins than carrying things. I think this
Yes.
will be a good location for you, don't you think, Ziggy?
I like it. Yes. I
There's
can
a fire
see
escape
things.
right down the hallway. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Where
Um,
does the fire escape exit?
Yeah, if we go down to the fire escape, what can we see down there?
Yeah, it leads out to an alley. There's an alley on each side of the theater, and it looks like they just both lead down, one on either side.
And this is separate from the alley we
The side that we came.
One of them is on the side that you came in.
And it is, I presume, open from the inside because it's an emergency exit, but locked. Like there's no handle on the outside.
Correct. Yep. Heavy metal door. Opens one
Sorry,
eye.
Miggle Pork is in chat, aka Bentham, and he's like, I don't carry stuff. What do you take me for? he's like my character.
So he wants to find like a metal strip, just something that she can like put on the latch on this
Ooh.
door, so it looks like it's still locked from the outside. But she
Can I
might
disguise kit it? Like disguise the latch to look like it's closed, but it's not.
Yeah, sure.
like kind
what
of
you
jerry
guys
rig it
notice,
so
though-
it stays open,
Yeah,
That way we can
so
get
she
out.
can sneak in upstairs rather than the
I don't have a
side.
disguise spell, but I have a disguise kit.
yeah, you can still use that to doctor something up. That'll work.
Okay. I will.
You guys can like,
I've got thieves tools,
These
so I might be able to
21.
yeah,
Wow.
nice. Okay, so
get
yeah,
in there and like fix the lock. So
yeah, you grab one of the old
Ooh,
canisters.
thieves
and
tools plus
just kinda
that
break
combo.
off.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You just break off part of the cylinder. You think it'll work because it's a little bent, and you can go over and push it through the latch, and it's thin enough that it'll fit through, and basically just hold the latch open for you without looking too obvious. One thing you do notice as you kind of open up the door a little bit, there is like the top platform of the fire escape, but the stairs and the ladder are missing from it.
whatever.
So it's from
Amateur.
Parkour Monk.
Crutches.
Something to consider.
Yeah, she notices that, registers it, actually takes out some rope.
I have a lot of rope
No,
too.
it might be hard, but like, because I kind of want to tie some, but that might be a little bit too obvious. Like, tie something to help her just in case. But
Yeah,
I could
that
probably
might not be.
if I need it.
Just gotta
Is
have
it-
faith
so
in your
did you
skill.
say that's in the alleyway? The rope, the.
Yep, the fire escape platform is in the alleyway.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
someone might
basically come
notice
out on, like,
that.
the second floor, and you can look down through the grate. The other thing that you will notice, Iggy, is if you really had to, you could probably jump to the next building from here. The next building is only a single story, so it'll come out about as high as the platform.
Okay, cool.
Good.
I like it.
So she needs to do a really fast escape.
It might be a good way to enter too.
Yeah.
Actually,
Kind of
like,
loud
this is only
entering,
one
crashing
story.
through the window.
Oh, I'll
from
be
another
fine. I can do a
side.
12-foot vertical jump with my ring and then
That's right.
get myself higher up.
Okay, I see. Like jump from one building to the next, and then climb. Then put a rope climbing down to the window. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I'm just saying like so the fire escape like platform is one story up, which means that it's not going to be more than like 15 feet high.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna be able to parkour up that really easily.
I'll be fine.
I believe.
I was thinking
believe.
more for an escape, running
Oh
to
no,
another
then,
building and running. away.
I'm going straight to the other building.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Alright.
So once you guys get back into the projector room, can you give me perception rolls?
Yes.
Yes.
I can.
Boy.
Yes, I
do
can.
that.
Okay, could be worse.
We got a 10 from
on, come on.
10s all around so far.
Do better.
And
oh
a 9.
no.
Oh,
Come
come on, Jabir.
Jabir.
One off. We could have all had 10s.
Ah,
Not that
Alright.
that's
I
good.
died.
So yeah, that's everything that you guys find in here then.
Okay.
Aw, you
All of that-
jerk.
Damn it.
That's all you guys find here.
I let you down. Yeah. It is okay.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be anything else in here.
So, shopping trip. Then we come back here at I maybe get here at like 7. Oh no, wait, 22. At like 9.
Are we still going shopping? Didn't we just get some new
You got
attire?
some fresh threads.
Tuxedo.
Yeah.
Sleeveless tuxedo.
No,
Okay.
the sleeves are there. She just,
Flapper dress.
just like put a
Just
slash in the.
Just so that you can move around.
Basically, you can see the shirt that she has under
Yeah.
it right now.
It is the new style, the 2050.
The tactical has popped
Tactical
up around
tuxedo.
the bottom of the tuxedo.
Tactical tuxedo. It's
Tactical
extra
tux.
ventilation, you know?
Yeah.
You get
know?
sweaty when you're running, man.
Yeah, tuxedos
sweaty
like,
when you're
you gotta be
running.
careful.
Just
Don't
don't
want those
raise,
pit
don't like,
stains.
don't put your hands up in the air when you're like, in a theater or
Or
Do
wear
any
a really
jumping.
cool shirt underneath.
or just put sequins all up there. So like whenever you raise your hands, it's like
Ooh.
woo, party in the armpits.
Yes. That'd be
Sorry, I don't know where my mind is right now. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
So we leave, I guess, out the way we came.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
if we don't want to look at at the stage at all or anything like that.
I think we
Yeah, I
looked at
think-
the stage when we went backstage.
We checked everything.
Yeah.
The
Oh, okay. I
backstage
didn't know we
was
did
just like
that.
the dressing room and everything. So
I guess the offices.
oh, the cat. Yeah, the cat kind of scoped it out. Didn't really see anything, but we didn't go in yet. But
Yeah, I told
think
you all what
trust,
was in
you
there.
trust your cat. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we just
So now we just wait. Me and Felicity will come in. Do you think I should do anything with my crossbow, though? Do you might draw some suspicion, or?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to be carrying that around necessarily.
Don't know. Will this weigh you down, Ziggy? Will you ever be able to throw it to me in case I
I
need
can
it?
throw it to you. I will not load it before I throw
Do
it.
not load it, please. It is
I can strap it like.
Yeah, that's not
okay.
a bad idea. And if I
Alright.
make her invisible, it'll make everything that she has on her invisible too.
Also, you're a halfling, so it's a
It's not
oh,
the
it's
biggest
small. It's like tiny.
It's in my backpack.
Oh,
You know?
it's so cute.
Yep.
Everything
You know, like
about
how
Jimmy is
Vala-
so cute.
You know, it's just this. But he's like a bounty hunter, though. You know, so but he drinks to forget. You know, so he's always a cheery guy. But when it comes down to the business, he drinks to forget. You know, that's why.
What else is in this district, in the theater district, exactly?
Yeah.
I know you've probably explained this like 10 times to us now, but I'm just thinking like if we're trying to kill time before we have to come back, what are the buildings next to us? Specifically, maybe the one that Ziggy would be jumping onto. What is that building?
So the theater sits next to another theater directly to its left. The one that she would be able to jump onto is it's actually like a halal restaurant. What else is around there? You've got an old school kind of like theater costume shop. There are a number of food carts all along the main stretch of road going through there. There's some
Good thing
you
Wynn's
know, like-
Wynn's not with us. She'd be like,
Win would be flipping her.
Yeah. You guys see like a notary, there's a casting office. Other than that, it just seems like normal commercial buildings. The theater district like was once the theater, like home of theater for the entire region, but it's a little more commercialized than it used to be.
Okay. Cool. All right, then I guess we wish the best. You know, I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie, but at least maybe not that many people will show up considering the amount of flyers that were left over.
yeah, I'm not quite sure what to expect. Maybe she's gonna flip open her phone. When I look up stuff, is there any way like in this day and age where people are maybe like taking videos, like propaganda footage for this particular group or anything like that, where we've seen maybe some footage from someone else recording one of their previous meetings or something like that sort, or maybe not like a meeting but a gathering or things like that.
Protest.
Yeah. So
There
like
was any-
the separatist groups, there's a whole bunch of them all across Europe at this point. None of them are like particularly well evolved or organized yet. You see like a lot of YouTube videos, like short clips on Facebook that get a bunch of likes, that kind of thing, but no real super organized movement yet.
Yeah, I'm looking in particular in these YouTube videos or clips or Facebook clips or whatever, what people look like. So are they just like dressed up? Do they have signs? Like, so that we know how to disguise ourselves whenever we're gonna join in on this.
Okay. The ones that you find in Paris are kind of like what Clout was talking about, where they're dressed up kind of like hipsters. You know, they're really thick-rimmed glasses. Everybody has very well-groomed beards and old school like cabbie caps, that kind of thing. It seems like it's definitely a more youthful movement than an elderly movement, I guess. I don't know if that's
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Well, from looking at these
bunch of
clips,
rebels, a bunch of
it's
rebels.
looking like we're probably gonna have to dress up a little bit differently than normal.
Oh,
Fine.
alrighty. Well,
Well,
can I take like two of my bandanas and just like pretend they're like suspenders then? And I'll tie them into my belt loop. How is this looking? Is
There
this
you go.
hipster enough for
No.
you? No.
I presume at this point we have left the building.
I'll
we
go
have
get some-
relocked it.
I put some big room glasses on.
We're wandering around
There you go.
Paris.
Yes. All right.
Oh god, I can't get it in my ears. Okay, here we go.
Know what
The
I
horns
mean?
are in the way.
I put like a flannel shirt on.
There you
Kind
go.
of like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dude?
You should wear the ties, a tie like that.
Ah.
Yeah, hold on one second. And she's gonna like sew the tie like on the bottom on each side. So he's wearing like ties as suspenders.
I got ties for days.
Oh, God.
They're gonna be like 2 different colors too.
So what are you guys going to be doing? Are you going to be taking a walk around, looking at shops? Do you want to just?
I think we're
take the
going.
place
I
out?
think this is our shopping montage.
Yeah, I think we're shopping. This is just a show of shopping and dressing up.
Yeah, unless we hear back about anything, we're just killing
Yeah, with
time
the cat.
until the
I think.
Okay.
I do probably want to maybe take a short rest at some point so that I can just have all my spells before we go. Because I think because I have Arcane Recovery, I should be able to get back those couple spells that I did use.
Yeah, and you can definitely do that. Even if you just want to like plop down in like a little cafe for an hour and
Oh,
you know,
yes.
just
There is a lovely coffee place around the corner. They have the best croissant in Paris.
Ooh.
That
Okay.
sounds lovely.
Okay, that is an exaggeration. They are very good croissants.
Yeah, so I guess we go to the cafe we that is recommended by the wonderful Ziggy. We have in our tea and maybe some nice little sandwiches. You gotta have your afternoon tea. And then every once in a while, I'm like checking back with the cat, seeing what the cat's doing.
okay.
I don't know if you want to montage that.
Yeah, so the few times that you go back to the cat, as the night kind of like wears on, well, the day kind of wears on, the cat does begin to hear the noise of people moving in. In the next room, it can hear some equipment clearly being set up and kind of shifted around as it's drug around on the floor. And it sounds like there are people down below in the main theater area, just kind of milling around and talking to each other. Can't really get too much else. The office does have like a little narrow slit that it can look out into the main theater area of, but the glass is like really, really dusty.
So I can communicate with it telepathically, so I could tell it to go down and check things out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably what I'll do.
Okay. As it moves out into that main hallway next to the office, it sees an elf dressed up. It's kind of like business casual, except he's like kind of loosened up his tie because he's clearly not at work anymore. Does have suspenders on over his shoulders, although he doesn't have a jacket.
I will point that out as I'm describing things.
Okay.
I'm like holding a cup of tea, and I'm just like staring.
Your arm's glowing.
Sick.
And my arm is glowing. The cat tattoo on my arm is just glowing.
Fill it.
So sick.
Oh wait, you can't see it because I'm wearing a flannel shirt.
Oh, biggest. Is it like
the
glow
cat
through
can-
it at all? Or?
What?
Wait, what's that?
Thin flannel. It glows through it. Like
Does it
Yeah,
glow through it all? Or
a
is
light,
it like
a light color is glowing through my thing.
So as your cat kind of continues down the hall, the door to the projector room closes, and he doesn't have thumbs, can't get the door open. But he can continue down the stairs, and it's in the main lobby area. Excuse me. Right outside the front door, you can see a dude it's not like real combat fatigues, but it's got that same style of clothing. Looks pretty big and gruff. He's got his arms crossed, and he's sitting outside the front door by the street. You could kind of tell that he's trying to not look like he's there for any particular reason, if that makes sense. The both sets of double doors to the main theater area are now open, so the cat can walk in no problem. Back in the audience area, there's probably about half a dozen people at this point milling around. It's now about we'll say like 7:30, 8 o'clock. There's about half a dozen people milling about. They're setting up some equipment on the stage. It looks like a whiteboard would now, but you guys would know that it's actually a large flat screen display that you can kind of write on like a big tablet.
Okay.
And other than that, the doors to the alley that you guys used to come in are still closed, and the doors behind the stage are also still closed. So this will be all the cat can see.
Okay. Then I'm going to tell the cat to go up the stairs by the fire escape, and just to kind of hang out there until it sees in that hallway to see if it sees anything to let us know, because that's where Ziggy's going to be coming through, kind of as a watch guard for that area.
Yep.
And then I'm basically, I told you guys all that while it was happening, and then I come back and she like takes her teacup and puts it up to her mouth. Well, I think we should be on our way, shouldn't we?
Okay.
Seems so.
Ziggy's like, all right, a little weird.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Say.
It's a magic thing.
Never going to get used to that. Never.
What'd you say?
I just say I'm just never going to be able to get used to that.
I'm sorry. It
is
comes in
okay.
handy sometimes.
Yeah.
Being in two places at once, that is.
It's very handy, yeah.
Like this idea. Okay, so is it time for me to get in position, or do we wait?
I think it's probably best we start setting up now.
Okay.
Looks like they already have a small crowd coming in as well.
So probably at like 8:30ish, maybe 9. But
Yeah.
at least a good hour beforehand, Ziggy wants to head over
up in there.
and get to the second floor.
Yeah, and I want to cast invisibility on her before she goes up.
Definite
then-
plan is to just knock back a Red Bull. Good to go.
Yeah. No, I was just sad that
I
the
will
barista
cast
doesn't serve any.
invisibility on her. Basically, I think I've done this one before already, but I like put my hand on Ziggy and I'm like, "Be safe, Ziggy." And the tattoo that she has, another tattoo that she has on her one of her arms, is like a tattoo of a ghost, and it starts glowing, and as it glows, Ziggy slowly starts disappearing. And then the ghost tattoo slowly starts disappearing until it's gone. So it looks like I don't have a ghost tattoo anymore, and now she is a ghost.
It's just like,
Presume at this point she has already taken Jameer's crossbow, like stowed it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I assumed when he said that you took it already.
I'd given it to you, yeah. All
Okay.
right, best of luck, Ziggy.
So how are you getting up here? Are you just jumping straight up to the fire escape?
I mean, she's gonna go invisible into the alleyway and kind of look, and yeah, I'm just gonna go straight up.
Okay.
How like is there climbing? Is the wall good and climbable, or should I be just vertical jumping?
It's probably going to be a vertical jump here.
Question: Does my familiar go away?
With concentration? No.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, my familiar's not concentration.
Nope.
Okay, but this invisibility is. So if I can't cast anything else, okay. So if I cast something, then you're no longer invisible. Just an FYI.
No, you
Ziggy
can
will
cast
still
other
remain
spells.
cautious. She's not just not gonna stand there.
Just-
Grab.
I was just like,
He's like
ooh,
pickpocketing.
I didn't tell her that, but I'm gonna tell her.
Oh,
it's-
I text her and just like let her know that if I have to cast anything else, that there's a possibility the invisibility spell will disappear.
You can cast other spells just as long as they don't also require concentration.
Require concentration. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Makes
Alright.
sense.
Cool.
Concentrate on one thing.
Which I think is just detect magic is the only, and hideous laughter, which I don't have on here. I should have done that. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Go on.
All right.
So so Ziggy's gonna vertical jump it. She like she's got this like ring on, and she just sort of it's a fidget ring. Spins it.
I just yell at
To
Ziggy.
use
Like,
it, and, like,
I say
cast
break a
the
leg.
jumping
And I'm like,
spell.
oh, but don't actually. As I yell at Ziggy, like, break a leg, but
I'm like,
don't actually.
Jamia, we need to be discreet.
Oh,
Takes the running jump, and so my jump distance is tripled, which means I have a 12-foot vertical jump. Is that enough to make it, or do you want me to also roll?
That'll be enough to get up and grab onto it. Just give me a. Oh no, you're strong enough. You can pull yourself up, no problem.
You hear some panting from the top.
Climbers know that you put your arm first like that. Gotta do the.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
doing a pull-up.
Yeah.
At a time. You swing your leg up first, and then flop over.
do like the.
Stand up, and then she sort of like tests the door. Is it still unlocked?
The door is still unlocked. Yep, you can slide it open and very carefully just kind of catch the part of the canister you use to hold the latch open.
So it'll close behind her. And then she is gonna take a look down the hallway. Is there anyone there?
No, you can hear some voices off to the right of the projector machine, or in the projector room, and you also see a little black cat sitting in front of you.
She waves at it. Hey, camera.
Yeah, well, your camera's going crazy.
She's invisible.
It does not like your parkour. It wants you to be invisible.
I think that means you get advantage on stealth checks.
All of my settings are not
Actually,
on that, so.
You do get advantage on stealth checks because you're invisible.
Nice.
Yep.
So Ziggy's going to very quietly make her way down the hallway. So I hear voices in the projector room.
Mm-hmm.
That's the room I wanted to be in. Is there any other room that has a...
Can my cat go in the projector room?
It has a handled door, so Ziggy could open and kind of like let the cat sneak in.
I will do that.
I'm like looking into the cat's vision. So again, Jameer's like standing in front of me, and I'm like.
But I start to get it now, though. I'm like, not as freaked out by it.
I think we're kind of like off in the alley, like in the corner, kind of trying to chill, like hide, while we're doing this for a half an hour, and then we're gonna go into the front door.
Gotcha. Roll stealth for me, Ziggy.
With advantage.
With advantage.
We'll take the 18.
Nice.
I'm sure you will.
Okay. So yeah, you grip the handle and very carefully twist it and then push the door open just enough for the cat to get in. And then you can close the door. It doesn't sound like anyone is alerted to it.
The cat slinks in and kind of goes around the corner. What does it see?
Okay. So it sees two guys. There's a human and an elf, both talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. Can you hear through your familiar? You can hear through your mirror and hear what it hears. Okay.
Yeah.
It just sounds like meow 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 meow.
Like Charlie Brown. So you see two guys talking.
Mm-hmm.
The elf refers to the other man as Lewis, and he's talking. He says, do you have everything set up for the stage tomorrow? We really want to make sure that we put on a good show for everybody. And Lewis goes,
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
We've got everything set up. Don't worry. We're working on getting a few extra people in for the crew, and it looks like this is going to go off without a hitch. You guys are going to really piss off a lot of the wrong people here, but hey, we got to do what we got to do, right?
He said tomorrow?
Tomorrow. At which point, Lewis kind of gives the elf a clap on the shoulder and says, I'm going to go take a look downstairs. Maybe get a smoke break too. And he pops a cigarette out and lights it up.
Ziggy has not been hanging out by the door because she's not that dumb.
Okay.
She definitely got the cat in there and then looked for somewhere to hide. Is there any other room that would give her a view of the auditorium or the stage? Or anywhere she can kind of tuck into a corner?
Yeah, so Felicity would have mentioned that inside of the office, there is a little tiny slit window that you can use to see down there. The cat couldn't because it's a little dusty, but you could totally just brush the dust off.
Cool. Then Ziggy will make her way into that office, assuming she doesn't hear anyone on the inside, clean off the glass, and just kind of get herself prepared to one-punch anyone if they come into the room, but mostly be watching.
Okay.
So the room that my cat's in, there's still one other person in that room, right?
Yep, it's the elf. He's working at a desk. It looks like they set up just like a plastic foldable desk, and there's 2 computer monitors on it, one of which you can see a bunch of security cameras set up around the building. One of them is clearly in the auditorium area. One of them you could see out front, the big guy with the fatigues on, arms crossed, looking nasty. There's one that looks into the back room, like you guys would know that it's the area where the dressing rooms were.
Okay.
And then it's got 2 cameras, one on each alley along the side of the building too.
Oh, can they see us?
So they see you guys.
Where's the hacker when you need one?
Toward the end of one of the alleys. It doesn't look like anyone's really worried about it.
I'm just blending in, just like sitting there
with your top hat.
Yeah.
So they can see us on the camera.
They can see you on the camera right now. Yep.
Damn.
Quick, make out. It'll make them uncomfortable.
That might be a solution.
Yeah.
And, I think that Felicity would be perfectly fine with it.
It's like
I'm
the
a
most awkward.
charlatan after
She
all.
has to pick him up.
I was gonna say, right? What do I gotta like stand on top of my top
Yeah,
hat?
so I'm gonna have the cat jump up on. Is there like maybe a file cabinet or something that he can like jump up on and like kind of curl up and like look like it's just like being a cat?
Oh yeah. As he does so, the elf kind of takes note of him, jumps a little bit, turns around, sees the cat, and just kind of takes it for what he thinks he sees. It's just a cat, and he gets
Cat
back
like
to
curls up in a ball, like walks around like a couple times, and then because cats they like to make sure they're really comfy, and then sits down and lays down and kind of like puts his hands on his arms and falling asleep. But every once in a while, he like opens up his eyes to look to see what they're looking at. Whenever I'm trying to see it.
Right.
All right. I come back and I'm like, Jameer, just roll with this, and she's gonna make out with Jameer.
Jameer's just like,
Yes.
rolling with
He's
it.
so tiny. She like picks him up.
Yeah, right. Jameer's just like,
and then she stops and she's like, all right, let's go. And she puts her arm like around him, like kind of, and then they walk together.
and Jameer's just like looking in the distance. He hasn't like really reacted to it yet, and hasn't
poor
really
Jameer.
digested it. It was just like,
How old is Jameer?
he's about, I think it was 21 or 22, 22.
He's seen a lot of shit for 22.
Yeah,
He's
my
legal.
character's 28, so
he's on the youngest
we're
side.
youngins.
Yep.
rocking
Alright.
the cradle.
Oh, that's cute.
Just like, yeah, but you said to like roll with it. I'm just like, wow, kind of my lady with this top hat.
lady.
Ziggy, give me a perception roll from where you are.
10.
Okay. All right. So you're looking down. It looks like they're setting up another flat panel. Right
Passive's fucking better than that.
Oh my god.
You could see that they're setting up another flat panel down in the main auditorium, and there's a couple of guys working away on one of them, but you can't really see around them. There's too many people standing in front of it right now.
She got a 10. I don't know if I didn't hear
I
if you
said it,
that.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sort of like knowing that the invisibility is not going to last forever.
It's
so
an
you might
hour,
wanna-
I think.
Yeah, it's she probably I imagine she knows it's an hour.
Mhm.
So at some point she might venture out when she doesn't see anyone, at least in the hallway, and just try and get a closer look at what they're doing at the stage. Well, invisible, and she still can stealth.
Okay. Give me another stealth roll with advantage still.
23.
Jeez,
Woo.
nice girl.
Good
I
job.
really thought it
I
was.
think you got
Let's get it.
advantage because that was an 8 otherwise. Like,
On
ooh,
the-
that would have been dangerous.
All right. So you're able to get downstairs. You kind of pass by a small little clique kind of hanging out in the main lobby. Nobody even bats an eye. You are like a shadow right now.
Sick.
Like I said, the main entrance into the theater, both of the double doors are both kicked wide open with doorstops. So you are free to walk right in.
Nice.
Get it.
Now that you're down here, you can actually get a better look at the big whiteboards, like the whiteboard tablets at the back of the room. One of them has a tag up above it that says EU VIPs and dignitaries. One of which you recognize. It's a picture of Gaumont. He's the the other
That's-
VIP who wasn't Dick Van Honk from the train.
Yeah.
He's the guy who was trying to get you guys.
And he has all the jobs, right? This is the guy who
Yeah.
had all the
He
jobs.
showed us everything. Yeah.
All the job
Yeah.
listings
Jobs
were
on
for
that
him in Paris.
Yep.
Mhm.
You don't know anybody else off the top of your head on the list. Over on the right-hand side, there's a list of upcoming events. One of which is the Paris Unity Rally. And that one is circled in red, and it's got a G in the letter next to it.
It's got a what letter next to it?
A G handwritten next to it.
And that's the Paris rally. Would you say it was a
It's the Paris Unity Rally.
Unity
Okay, so
rally?
there's one with people. There's one with events.
Gotcha.
The one that has upcoming events has a red circle around it, and handwritten next to it is the letter G.
Wasn't there a thing with Sweet G? When we were in the Central Purity Corp thing? Or
Sweet. Well, that was the Sweet
Barlow Nucleo Systems
that we were in.
Yeah, Sweet G
it
was
was
where.
But we need to go to Sweet A. Okay, never mind. I was trying to conspiracy
Connect
theorist.
the
Sorry,
dots, yeah.
I'm like going a little crazy here.
No, that's good.
My Shadowrun math. It's like I have all these wires, and I'm like, where
Dots
does it go?
and then just like
I mean, I wrote down.
I'm like, I saw it. I know there was another G somewhere. Where was it? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
yeah. You have to like
Oh my gosh, they're coming up with names for like Jameer Felicity,
love
like
Jam.
ships, like Jam City,
Jam
Filier.
City.
It's so
Jam
cute.
City is my
Felicity.
favorite.
yo, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you think that whatever dots are going on in your head are complicated? You should see what's going
there
on in
anything-
Jameer's head right now. They're just like, just nothing makes sense at all. But
What's going on in
Like-
Jameer's head? Let's get a
It's
zoom
literally-
in on his
yeah.
head.
right, like it's like a mix. Huh? Like
he's
just
just
still,
replaying the
he
moment.
still has literally like he literally no idea what it was because he didn't know like why had Felicity had said to roll with it. Just said just roll with it. So he's kind of thinking like, whoa, like you got like fireworks kind of going off in his head, but like
Aw.
at the end of the day, he's kind of just like not sure what they actually mean. You know, it's just like what is the same kind of feeling when Big
Is
D
Jameer
had
into
signed
Felicity?
his.
That's the question.
He's so confused about it, but he kind of is, and he's getting the same kind of feeling like when Dick Von Honk Big D had signed his bandana.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And he's just like kind of like confused about it, but at the same time, he's just like, maybe
He's got butterflies, guys.
Oh.
he has butterflies not in his stomach, but like in his head. Okay, the butterflies have rose from his stomach to his head, and he hasn't felt this feeling before, is what it is, and he's not even
What is
like
this feeling?
drunk. He's not even drunk, so it's like really messing with his head at the same time because the
Has
only
Jameer,
kind of like romantic.
has Jameer had love interests in the past?
They have mainly been kind of just drunken, kind of one night. Doesn't even remember it too much in the morning. So
Interesting. So not
and-
really.
yeah, so this is very new to him. This is
Jameer is way too sober to be processing.
He's exactly. That's exactly like it's just like wondering. It's literally like an hourglass of like alcohol instead of sand, and like it just pours down, and it's empty now at the top, and just pure.
That's cute.
Yeah,
Oh.
That's precious.
yeah, man. Jameer. You can see that he's visibly slight, not like blushing, but like he's kind of just like a little
Are
hot in
there-
the face.
Oh, little halfling cheeks.
Little halfling cheeks, yeah.
Cute.
On the like signs and stuff, is there anything else circled? Or, like,
No, it looks like that's it. There's the other events that you'll see are there's only two on there right now. There's the Paris Unity Rally and Hyperloop opening.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
And are any people's names like highlighted?
No, not on that one.
Okay. What other things are there that I can see?
You can see there's a number of those flyers kind of floating around. Looks like most of them kind of came with people. There is one guy off in the corner who's just kind of circling around a petition for people to sign. If you sneak up and look over somebody's shoulder, you'll see that it's a petition for separation.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just trying to drum up support for the separation movement. Other than that,
So I
that
think
is really all you see.
Jameer and Felicity are probably gonna walk in then.
Yeah.
So as you
You
approach-
noticed that there was. I mean, you
up.
told us that there was a guy that was.
At the front.
Where was he? So is he like? You said he's trying not to be real noticed. Is he looking like he's some kind of a bodyguard? Is he standing away from everybody else, or is he?
I think he's guarding the door type
clearly
of thing.
Like he's a bouncer.
Yeah.
Both
Okay,
the
like
doors
that's what I
out
meant.
front-
Like a bounce. Okay.
Yeah, both the doors out front still have the chain across them.
Mhm.
However, you guys having been around outside for long enough now would have noticed people coming up. They'll present a flyer to the guy, talk to him for a few seconds, and he will unlock the padlock and let them in, and then close the door again behind them, relock the padlock.
What is the thing that they're saying to him?
From where you guys were, roll perception for me. Let's see how well you guys are here.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah,
Do I have any like special? Come on.
Do I have any
Special ears?
Yeah.
Special
I mean,
ears?
I have like
Cybernetic
primeval awareness,
ears.
but it doesn't help.
Yeah, what are your favorite enemies?
Human, actually. It was humanoid. I believe. Yeah, it is just humanoid.
All right, so as you guys kind of sit there, you can kind of size this guy up, get a good feel for the situation. Go ahead and roll perception with advantage here.
What challenge rating is he? No.
All right, let's get it.
I rolled a 13.
Come on, this is it.
Ooh, 17. Oh, good thing you got that advantage.
Oh,
nice,
yeah, no.
nice way to charisma
That's the second
your way
time
into
that
it,
advantage
Jimmy.
saved me, man.
Nice.
So those little halfling ears of yours still managed to pick
Does
up.
this like perk up?
They walk up. The guy is being pretty gruff with everybody. He goes, what the hell do you want? You guys can sod off unless you have a reason to be here. Those kind of things.
Rude.
Yeah, he's not a friendly human being standing outside of this door. Eventually, they have a conversation where eventually the people who show up will present the flyer, say, hey, notice that it looks like you guys want people to be here at this point in time. What's the deal? What's going on? And he says, like, you guys hate the Unity project? And they'll say, yeah. He goes, how much? And it's like this back and forth banter, and eventually he lets them in.
Okay, so it's nothing like no secret password or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
So I relay that too back to Felicity, like,
Okay.
it seems like, they are not really roughing anybody up, but if we go together, and then I don't think they'll give us any kind of a problem.
Are you feeling all right, my darling?
Oh, me? Well, yeah. You're the one that needs to check yourself. The way you were looking at me earlier, I didn't know. I didn't realize. I didn't know. You told me that there was some kind of a spell, but it was you that was casting the spell on me, was it not?
I did not cast any spell on you. No spell was used, my dear. I was just... Is this about the kiss? They have some cameras up there. I was just trying to make sure they didn't suspect us of anything.
Oh, like a kiss cam. So you just seeing that since they were videotaping in the moment, it's okay.
But if... Not that I didn't like it.
I mean, I'll tell you. I wouldn't say I didn't like it either, but... I had asked you in the coffee shop.
Hearts, Lauren? What just happened?
I had asked you in the coffee shop, and you said there's nothing to worry about. I asked you in the theater. Ziggy said, nope, it's nothing. It's just a spell. So I believed, but And he kind of like collects himself finally and says, yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
It was nice. Well, good thing on your hearing. I was curious if they were saying some kind of secret password, but we have flyers, so I think we're okay. Are you ready?
Okay. Yes, I am.
You're gonna be okay?
More ready than I've ever been, yes. He puts his chest out, snaps his suspenders, like, let's go.
Yeah, they're like tied. It doesn't actually snap back.
It's just like, he just pulls them off. Like, oops.
No, she sewed them on, so they're sewed.
Okay, so they're good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're gonna walk up to the gentleman at the door. Also, Legendary Pants, they're like official channels in the Twitch channel for those of you guys watching on YouTube, and they're like, we did not take any of these ships. These are all they're doing it on their own. These are not written in the story.
Yeah. And he just walks through.
I wish
confident as ever
about any of this.
I know.
I know, poor Ziggy.
So sad. She would be so happy.
Aww.
I know, right?
So yeah, as you guys walk up to this dude, he's got a like a military style name badge. You know, like the ones that they usually Velcro on backpacks and all.
Okay, yeah, he's got like a
It says,
Velcro.
yep.
Is it Velcroed on or is it like sewn on or like iron on?
Looks like sewn on, probably, like a little
Okay.
badge. It says Reg on it.
Reg.
Military style jacket, like I said, all the fatigues and all. A bunch of old like political buttons all over from past EU and Paris elections or French elections, and he kind of sizes you up as you're walking up. He goes, "Don't look like you're from around here. What do you want?"
Well, I didn't know we had to look like we were from around anywhere. I got one of these. Actually, we both did, and we're coming to check this out.
Huh. What makes you interested in the separatist movement? You're not even from the EU, by the looks of you.
I'm just like, kind of speak up like, F the unity! Yeah, down with the unity!
All right, little man.
And I just kind of go into this kind of like,
I'm sorry, he's a little
really
excited
fanatic,
about this whole situation.
fanatical. Yeah, like
Yeah.
she's super cool, but I'm kind of just like, I've just had it up to here with the unity. It is this ridiculous, It's always coming in, doing what they can, trying to keep us together when we know we need to be apart.
All right.
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
mean what you're saying here.
You damn right I mean what I'm saying here. He's like
He'll
so
lean
riled
over-
up.
Lean over to the left. He goes, just save it for the rally tomorrow then, buddy.
And I hope to
Unlocks
see
the-
you in there too.
Oh, you will. Unlocks the padlock and swings the door open for you guys.
All right, we go
You're
in.
gonna
I
Gonna
just,
be
like, hold my arm out and say,
Does it? As I look at him quickly, does he look like he has anything on him that's out of the ordinary?
out of the ordinary.
Other than his like jacket and his patch and that kind of thing.
What do you mean by out of the ordinary? Like, is he armed?
Yeah.
He does not appear to be armed. No,
Okay.
looks like he's just a bouncer.
Okay. He doesn't have anything else on him that I can
Nope.
tell. Okay. Cool. We'll walk in then.
okay, we've done it. Shall we find a seat?
I guess. And then we walk in.
All right. As he starts to close the door, he shouts in at you, you're going to want to look for Loretta. She should be in the main theater.
Mind telling me what Loretta looks like?
Hair like yours. No horns, though. And then he closes the door.
She like kind of like
Loretta.
looks down and then continues walking forward.
So once you get into the theater, you can see there are actually lights on in here. They managed to get electric stuff going. And you can see pretty clearly now all the paint that you guys saw in the like low light of the day is clearly painted, or the paint is peeling off. It looks pretty nasty in here. The floors are all dirty. Across the room, you guys see what Ziggy saw as she was going through. So there's the petitioner kind of making the rounds. Sorry, excuse me.
You're okay.
Around the room here. And up on the stage, you guys can now see those two big flat panel tablets that the guys are writing on.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys come in, the elf that you saw from the projector room is now standing on the stage, and he's kind of like waving everybody like, all right, come on, gather up.
Do we see this Loretta person that looks like has similar hair to me? Yes.
Yeah, so next to the elf, there's somebody, it's a female, like middle 20s, human, red hair. And
Okay.
you can assume that
My
that's
hair's
what.
orange, not red. But okay.
Maybe he was colorblind.
Yeah, maybe
He's
he's colorblind,
generalizing.
I don't know.
Yeah, he could have been.
Yeah, she's actually gonna like vocally say that out loud to Jameer. Be like, I don't know what he's seeing, but my hair's way more orange than that.
Oh,
I
what
presume the hour is pretty much up on the invisibility,
Um,
or maybe
We were there a half an hour before. Were we there an hour before?
So
did you guys
it was
show up
what,
at
like
9:30 or
a-
8:30? I can't remember.
It would have been. It wouldn't have been before 9.
8:30. It was, I believe, 8:30.
So
right?
you would still be invisible then if it wasn't before 9.
So you
see-
she has like 30
Yeah,
minutes
so-
left on it or something.
Well, no, you guys are approaching 10 o'clock now. That's what
Okay.
it's,
Okay, so it's dwindling now.
It's like literally.
We'll say like 15. Split the difference.
yeah.
So Ziggy will have probably seeing the guy leave the projector room. She might check out and see if she can get back up there.
Okay, sure. Let's take care of that then. You're not going to have any issues getting back up. Everyone's kind of moving into the main theater. Nobody's really paying a whole lot of attention to anything else going on around.
I am gonna text Ziggy to let her know that there is definitely cameras, and I'm gonna tell her the locations of them.
Okay.
Nice.
So what you'll see now in this room, they've got a couple computers set up that Felicity had said that she had seen on the cat earlier. There's also several like military style hardened plastic cases kind of lined up against the one wall that the projector's pointing out of now. There are
Are
on the
those
computers,
cases locked
the screens are both locked right now, so you can't see anything there.
on the computers?
Cases themselves are locked. However, it's not magical. It's only physical.
Then I will like to pick those locks.
All right.
Of course.
Can't see shit on a computer.
Yes.
Can't hack for shit, but I
I
can.
know, right? But I can pick like a mother.
23.
23.
Woo, my
Jeez, we are
goodness.
killing it today.
We are.
All right.
I'm happy that, yeah.
So, as you pop open all of these military style cases here, fortunately, no explosives.
Good.
Forgot to check that one.
You find a couple of stun batons in one, tasers in another, and there are actually 2 handguns, one in each of the other 2 cases, as well as 3 additional magazine clips and a box of ammunition in each one.
Kidding.
What kind of rally are they having?
Yeah.
I feel like something's gonna happen. Okay, so I found several cases of weapons.
Ooh.
Is basically what you're talking. Okay, so she's gonna think about this for a little while and consider how many of them she can sabotage, but she's not 100% sure she wants to do that.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
She might steal at least one of the stun batons.
Okay. All right, you can add that to your character sheet.
Cool.
What it's going to do is it will 1d4 damage, bludgeoning, and if it lands a hit the next round, that target has to make a Constitution saving throw, or else it'll be stunned for a round.
Okay.
Is it? Can I use Dex with it?
No, it's not a finesse weapon.
Okay.
It's a simple melee.
So strength.
Straight up.
Strength.
Much less fun for me. So
I think the only person that's good with that is
Wait, you said
Gwyn,
simple melee?
maybe? And Jameer?
I think I get proficiency
Yeah, I have a
with
little
that.
bit.
Yeah, you'll have proficiency with simple.
I'm very bad at strength things. I don't carry anything.
And then
No.
if it hits,
I got a.
it does what the next turn?
It's a D4.
Stuns.
They have to make a con save. If they fail it, then it's a con save DC 10. If they fail it, then they wind up stunned for a round.
Cool.
It's pretty cool, actually.
That's actually
Handy to
sick,
have.
yeah.
It's like a really useful item.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we want to like interrogate somebody, so we
Yeah.
just want to knock them out.
The other ones are mostly
Knock them out and keep them alive.
Tell us where.
guns and
Tasers.
tasers. Okay.
Tasers,
No, I
oh
don't deal.
God.
I don't deal with range shit.
I don't deal with range.
She tucks the stun.
Alright.
A
baton in
little
there.
bit of Jameer cries.
I know, right? Like, oh, that's like me.
Closes.
Right there. I'd be like, we don't know about it yet, right? Or is he
No.
telling us that? Okay.
Unless she texts us like a picture or something.
I will probably, I'll text pictures and be like, no one's, I don't know if they're armed yet. I don't know if they're
Right.
armed, but
I
they have
text you. I
people
text you back. Looks like they might have a Looks like they might have a rally that they're preparing for. Might be what those are going to be used.
I saw the events listed. They may be stirring up some trouble at it, and this may be recruitment meeting.
Well, let's see what happens. And I'm guessing as I send that, he's like gathering everybody in the room and trying to get them to like group up or whatever. Are we sitting in chairs, or are we just like all standing around gathered up?
Yeah, all the chairs have been gutted out of the theater a while ago. You guys are just all standing. At this point, you've got about 24 people in the crowd, as well as 3 people up on stage now. So you've got the male elf all up in the projector room before.
We have Loretta.
And
Loretta.
then,
I like that name.
It's
Lewis, the guy that he was talking to earlier.
The human guy?
Yep, he's just kind of sitting off to one side of the stage smoking a cigarette.
What does my cat see, really quick, if I just like look really fast on the...
Your cat sees a couple of cases getting popped open on the other side of the room and then closed again.
Oh boy.
And
as well as
in the cameras?
Both those screens are now locked. So it looks like they, Windows button L and walked away.
Okay. Okay.
Do those cases look similar to the one that Ziggy showed us? Or?
Yeah, it's definitely Ziggy opening and closing them invisibly. It's pretty obvious that that's what's happening.
Goddamn.
So basically, my cat is like,
I was like,
my cat's like on top of this like a file cabinet that's like half broken or something, and he like opens up one eye, sees Ziggy like closing and opening things, but not Ziggy, it's invisible, and then looks over and sees the monitor turned off, and then he like yawns, stretches out his cat arms, and then he like lays back down and sleeps.
Word. Okay, you see Jameer kind of like, oh, does that look again?
So the elf gets up on stage and says, thank you everyone for coming. As you guys may or may not know, those of you who are new to us, this is our second official gathering. We are on the way to applying to the Association du Separation, and hopefully, maybe this time we'll get accepted. We're hoping that enough of you will join our ranks.
Maybe this time we will be accepted. That's what I'm imagining, because it's all French.
I think now that we actually have some numbers to us, maybe as long as you guys are more interested in our project, we can start taking on some official agency here and really get the movement going. It seems like, at least on some of the local college campuses, we've drummed up quite a bit of interest, judging by the crowd here. And well, welcome. We'll be making some rounds introducing you guys to us personally. Until then, we'll have some refreshments brought out, and welcome to us. And he kind of turns around. His face is all blushed at this point, and he goes walking off.
Aww.
And Loretta kind of just starts clapping for him.
Felicity joins in on the clapping, so that there's like, and kind of like nudges Jameer, and so we're all clapping. Yeah, we're making the crowd clap.
Woo! Yeah.
Loretta actually picks you guys out because you were the only two clapping. Hops off the stage and walks over to you.
Okay.
Hi. I guess you guys are actually interested in the movement, huh?
Well, we're a bit new. My friend here, I pointed at Jameer, was really excited and brought me along. I'm still iffy on it all, but he seems very passionate.
Are you American?
Yes.
You sound American.
I am. Sometimes you travel long distance for love. And I look over at Jameer.
And then I straighten up and I'm just like, yes. And just smile at Loretta. And like put my head like that.
Well,
but it's like to her thigh. No, it's probably more to like her, like.
People in chat are like, no, you're hipsters, act disinterested. Be like, yeah, whatever, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, you guys seem like you're at least capable. I feel like some of the guys here, they're kind of here because the movement is kind of like the counterculture thing to do right now, but we're really serious about this. We feel like we need to preserve our culture. I mean, like, you came from America. After you guys kind of merged with Mexico and Canada, it's like you lose a sense of self. You're just.
Yeah, now they're trying to make all the languages acceptable, and you have like 5 languages on a sign, and it's like, I just want to know what the sign says.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. So what?
Oh God, this is terrible.
I
This is
know.
absolutely
It's funny because,
horrible.
like-
Maggie does not approve of any of this.
No,
I'm
no.
acting for this scene. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Listen. We're really excited about this. We've got a huge thing going on tomorrow. Can you come upstairs with me? I want to show you something. This is amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Lewis, come here. I want you to show him your thing.
Oh no, he's
Say,
gonna
whoa,
expose
but
his
I've
thing
only
to
just
us.
met.
She's going to lead you back into the lobby and up the stairs and into the projector room. So
Okay.
Ziggy, you start to hear footsteps coming up the stairs. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna find somewhere to hide in that room.
Okay. So the main lobby and theater area are all pretty well lit. Inside the projector room, there's just like one old school incandescent light bulb with the little like chain pull tie on it. The room's pretty dim and you're still invisible. You could probably pretty easily hide somewhere, but roll a stealth check with advantage just to make sure.
I believe.
Gonna like basically tuck under the desk and get all cozy. 14.
14.
Okay. So you're pretty sure that you
I don't
you
see
managed
you.
to find a good hiding place.
My
I don't
passive
either.
perception, I don't see you.
All right. So you hear voices outside.
Look, you see these
probably
Tactical hood collar combo.
what person? You see nothing.
You see nothing. You see nothing.
So the door to the projector room opens. These guys all walk in, and Loretta kind of hurries over to the computers, unlocks both of them. She's kind of looking at the one on the security side and goes, "All right," and then unlocks the one to the right of her, and she
When
starts.
they're
showing-
unlocking it, can I have my cat probably, because it has like a higher advantage point, be like watching to see the password? I can roll
Not
for this
without
if you
being
want.
obvious. Like you would kind of have to go into that "I'm here but not really here" thing to.
Well, it kind of
For
looks
the
like, you
cat?
know, when you're like looking
Oh.
off into the distance and you're kind of like staring. It looks like that. Like I'm staring at this thing, but I'm not. I'm like staring through it, really.
All right, roll perception.
Okay. I'm probably
see.
not going to see it because I have a terrible perception, but you know,
Come on, you got it.
we'll see. 14.
14, okay.
My cat sees my cat now. My cat
Can it?
sees Ziggy.
So Loretta.
So now I know where Ziggy is in the room.
Yep.
Loretta is apparently a pretty decent typist. She's typing a little too fast, and she's kind of hunched over the
I
keyboard a
don't
little.
see it. What
Yeah,
was
you
the
missed out
DC
on
that I needed to beat?
15. What you do know is that you see part of Ziggy's foot sticking out from under the desk as the invisibility spell wears off.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Ziggy
other
definitely
guys-
has like a timer for herself, so she knows.
You have like an alarm set on your phone. All right, like 60.
A silent alarm.
Yeah, just starts buzzing.
Stealth's up.
All right.
Imagine.
At this
It's like,
point,
it's like a
Oh
like
my
a horn
gosh.
going off.
she brings up a picture on the right-hand screen of that huge banner you guys saw that was rolled up,
Okay.
Right.
and she's like,
Oh.
"This is our secret weapon. This is our key to the big times.
The banner.
This is gonna make everybody recognize it." Yeah. See
Where
Lewis
are
here?
you planning on hanging that?
What is?
Well, Lewis here is on the stage crew for the Unity Rally show tomorrow. As soon as oh my god, what's her name? It's Delia Adelina.
Can you put that in chat?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Delia Adelina. As soon as she starts her speech, we're going to unroll this right on her head. She's going to be the laughing stock of the EU.
Do we know who that is?
Who is this?
She is the primary French candidate for the Unity Party who is sponsoring the Unity Rally, as well as she's the major funder and pusher behind the Paris-Barcelona Hyperloop.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Jimmy just starts like bursting out laughing, like like that. It's a good one. Woo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not French, Spanish. She's from the Barcelona end.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a brilliant. Wow.
What is
Oh. Huh. I can't.
Yeah.
Wow, what an amazing idea. This is. Oh wow. Kind of like showing, like trying to show like that is like one of the most brilliant ideas.
I do
It's
like
kinda
the
just like,
design. The font is quite nice. Very
thank
easy to
you.
read.
Yep, Lewis and I worked on that ourselves. So, anyway, hang on one moment. And she starts looking over at the screen on the left. Jameer and Felicity, give me perception rolls.
Okay.
I fail now. Oh, it's an.
No.
4.
Don't worry, I'm coming through to save the day.
Okay, save
Yeah.
us. 14.
Come on, why can't it be a 15 at least, please? Come on, give me the 15. Come on.
What you see there, Jameer, is Lewis goes. I'm gonna take a smoke break and kind of backs out the back door of the projector room, and you guys are now alone in the room with Loretta, who is smiling like ear to ear. She is beaming. Like, what do you guys think? You think this could really work?
I think it's
absolutely
a nice way to protest without, causing any too much of a ruckus.
Yeah,
It'll upset
and-
some people, but it won't, make them think you're dangerous or anything.
Yep, this thing's gonna come unfurling down right on top of them, and Lewis has a couple of guys on, like I said, on the stage crew. We're getting a couple of our own people on the inside, and we're just gonna start waving these big flags out, like French flags, out in front of the crowd. We're gonna get some of the best seats in the house. It'll be awesome.
Oh,
Sounds pretty amazing.
that does sound pretty. I like it. Sends a message. Really sends a message out without a kind of violent outcome.
At this point, you guys hear a loud bang down on the floor underneath of you. And
what was that?
the sound of the glass on those two front doors being smashed in.
What was that?
Whoa! What the hell?
I don't know. Loretta looks over at the one computer screen and goes, "Oh no." She goes out to the projector where it's leaning out into the main theater and just screams out, "Security!" And everybody in the room just starts to split out in different directions. A couple of them you see go running to the side doors, try to get it open, but they still have those padlocks on the outside. At this point,
They padlock them
you guys are still looking at this main screen.
I'm gonna open the
and-
door, and the door that in that room.
The projector room.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys can see on the screen. There's clearly like a Parisian security team, like a SWAT team, moving in on the building. They're firing in smoke grenades, and they're taking out. Well, not taking out, but they're detaining everybody they see on their way through.
We gotta get going.
Come
on, Jameer.
Yep.
And I snap my fingers for the cat, and I tell the cat telepathically, I'm like, "Come on, Whiskers," and Whiskers jumps down from the thing and books it. And
Okay.
I don't know if I can, my invisibility spell. Can I do that? It's not like a ritual. I can instant do it, right? It's just a
Yep.
touch.
Yep, you can do
I'm gonna touch my foot to Ziggy's foot and re-invisibility her. So the ghost tattoo on my arm has reappeared now, so she's no longer visible. How the tattoo works too is it slowly becomes more visible to me, so I can tell when my target is becoming
when it's
visible.
falling out.
So then it disappears again. My tattoo disappears again, and she's
so
invisible. And I'm like, Z, I think you're free too. And we just book it. out the
Yeah,
door.
nice rally. Now see you guys tomorrow, but
While we're running, I'm taking a rope and I'm pulling it out of my bag, and I'm gonna tie it to the end of the window, and I'm gonna throw it down and be like, "Go on, Jameer, get down there," and hopefully that works.
Wait, are you guys gonna go
You're
out
going
the
out to the fire?
Yeah, we're not going downstairs.
Oh yeah, okay. You're going out
Getting
the
out of
fire.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So as you guys walk out there, there are police moving down the alleyway below you. That doesn't look like they have noticed you guys yet. Are you still going to go down?
Damn. There's no other way out of here, is there?
if we go out
Ziggy,
there, it's all smoked out.
You can
Like,
make it to the other roof.
Ziggy can.
Is there any way Ziggy
I
can
am
throw me
not
my crossbow? Is there any way
dexterous.
Ziggy can
Ziggy's
throw me
gonna
my
do the
crossbow when
handoff,
she's
so
leaving?
she reaches into the
Yeah.
backpack. She's invisible, I guess.
Yeah, you're invisible.
Yeah.
As she just books it past them, she does a handoff, hands Jameer his, flings open the door, and she's just gonna tie the rope off and then leap with the rope on the other side.
Oh,
That
Yes.
is
They can climb
Ziggy.
across the rope.
Yes, that is perfect.
Indiana Jones.
Totally supposed to be invisible, but you just
I'm gonna fall. I'm so afraid I'm gonna fall.
It's only about a
Absies.
yeah. It's like not even a 10-foot gap. You can easily jump across. You guys, you're not wearing high heels, right? You could probably
I wore
Right?
I'm wearing flats.
The flats, right?
Okay.
And I'm just like, I'm running towards it too. And
I'm wearing
like,
my hipster gear. Actually, I'm probably
Listen to-
wearing like Converse right now.
Okay. Yeah, just give me athletics rolls. This will be pretty easy.
Oh
like,
god,
hey,
it's
listen,
gonna be
because
if you
you
believe
got
in
the-
me, you'll.
Because you
Let's
got the
go.
rope lead, you guys can have advantage.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that at least is semi helpful. I'm so bad.
You want me to roll it as well?
I have a
God.
-1
No,
to
no,
athletics.
you-
Thank God. Come on, come on.
11. That's not bad.
Yes.
We both
Okay,
would have run the
it works?
2.
Yep.
The two, like, if it wasn't for advantage, we would have been.
You feel this invisible hand on your back
Oh,
as she just like pushes you. You see this rope trailing, flying across the gap.
This is so great. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Ah, bitches!
Yo, au revoir.
A tutela.
So Ziggy, as you're leaping across, you have a really high passive perception. Down down at the corner of the alley, you see the it's that the Interpol car that you guys saw at the last
That would be
the explosion. The
Yeah,
industrial complex.
Oh,
the Barlow nuclear
Yeah.
systems place.
Yep. So you guys see out walks Ruby. It's Detective Houston.
Ruby.
Wait.
She is not in her normal attire, however. It looks like she has a really fancy evening gown on, and she looks pissed.
Oh, she was probably doing something that
Doing
she got
like
called off to
some
work.
fancy ball.
Huh. So he
Oh.
notices that as she's running, like, rights herself, and she's like, as we get to the other roof and far enough away, she's like, so, the detective was there.
Indeed.
Was inside the building?
She
Did she
just
see
showed up
us?
with Interpol. So, what was the
Interpol's
last
like, is that the police?
that we gave her?
So Interpol is an international police organization.
Yeah,
They
okay.
handle cases all over the world.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's
And
why
we-
they're handling this, is because they had bombers in Germany and now there's bombers
Yeah.
in France.
Mhm.
So this is really her jurisdiction.
Okay.
That's also why I don't know if you guys noticed it in the last episode, but she has like an uneasy alliance with the local police force.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what
They
you were
don't-
saying. So like we
they
kind of
kinda
made
feel-
a. Didn't we kind of make some kind
We
of
made a deal with her that we
deal,
would tell
right?
her we would give her any information on anything. We probably should have told her that we were doing this so that so we could keep our cover, but I think it actually was fine.
Yeah. Well, I also
There
think
will be
we
video.
tried to push her to get Interpol to actually hire us because they're not moving quickly
Yeah.
enough. And the
Mhm.
last piece of information we gave her was about Barlow Nucleo Systems and the explosion that happened there.
Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she took it all in.
The-
It was
the
just
van
because
full
she was just
of
like,
zombies.
"Whoa, yep."
And she told us about the priest or whatever that could help us and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
she called
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
At this point, you guys also see a couple police drones take off from a van that's also pulled up.
Mm.
That have like security labeled on the side. If you'd like to try to hide from them, give me stealth rolls.
Yes.
Oh, God.
All right. So
I mean, yes, I
Still
would.
now for me. All right. So
Well, you have advantage then.
I have 0 stealth, so this
Can
is
you
going to
take
be
the
great.
invisibility off of me?
I can't. I have no more level 2 spells.
Well, oh,
I use them
no.
both on
So,
you.
well, I have a
Here's the nice thing
Oh, so that can
about
help.
group checks. Only 2 of you will need to pass it in order to
to
succeed.
do it.
Okay.
Well, I got
All
a
right.
23.
Well, if
23, 11.
if I have okay. If I have
Maybe
a
it's just,
naturally
like,
stealthy,
months.
and it goes like you can attempt to hide when you're obstructed only by a creature that is at least one size larger than you. This Felicity.
Oh yeah, you could try hiding behind Felicity. Yeah.
But
So Ziggy looks around, sees the drones, and
is
like,
there anything else like around my, yeah,
puts
that
her
I
hand
could
on
do?
their backs and
There's
she's
like a
like,
lip to the building.
guns!
Hide behind.
Shut
up to the
them
building?
down.
Okay.
Yeah, take advantage. That's fine. You're short.
All right.
Tiny little halfling.
So we go in it. Oh, I'm actually come on. Advantage or no?
Advantage.
Yeah, you get advantage. One more
Kinda
better than me,
weak.
12.
Jeez, look at my
You're
I'm so
distracted.
average today.
You're trying to hide behind me, but now you're looking at my butt, and it's like you're having it's a struggle.
It's a little hard, yeah. It's like
when you got the booty inside,
It's just I'm like a mixed huge bag
Or do you
of
try
just,
and hide behind Ziggy, who's invisible?
yeah, literally just try to hide behind the invisible girl. Oh my god, I'm just so confused. Yeah, you know what I mean. My mind is totally out of whack right now, and I totally need a drink to kind of like make sense of anything. So yeah, I definitely try to hide behind the invisible Ziggy, and I get a face full of booty.
Griffin in chat's like, he's at butt height. What do you expect from him?
Yeah, guys, come on, get your mind out the gutter, yo.
His bandanas are too brightly colored. I like all of these. They're all great. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What you're going to hear down below is Ruby speaking with the local chief detective here and saying like, you guys called me out from dinner for this. These guys are jokers. What are you doing? Like, this is ridiculous. This has nothing to do with anything that we're looking at right now. Hang on, give me that. And she pulls over the tablet that the guy has in his hands. And you notice that one of the drones that started to lift off and fly in your direction veers off in a different course. And she just throws the tablet back to him and goes, this is insane. And she pulls out a cell phone. Ziggy, your phone starts to buzz in your pocket.
Oh boy.
Hello.
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 Bonjour.
Bonjour, madame. Mademoiselle.
I tried to get them to hide, but they are bad at it.
She already knows what it is.
I don't know what you guys are doing here, but go home. If you find more drones, hide.
Okay.
Don't let them see you.
Well,
Okay.
that's easy for me right now. So we will, you might want to be aware that something with potentially a banner-related incident is going to happen tomorrow at the Paris Unity rally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are going to be lots of banners there tomorrow. It's a unity rally.
No, a more embarrassing banner, a big one. You just get rid of it.
Don't forget to tell her about the weaponry.
Oh, there's a bunch of weapons inside too.
Weapons? What kind of weapons?
Like guns.
Deadly ones?
The
All
ones
right.
that shoot
Kind that you
bullets.
keep with.
The attacky ones?
I'm an
They are-
inspector. I'm trying to help you guys. Can you please? I can't talk about this right
Ziggy's
now.
saying all of this as she's moving.
I will call you guys in the morning.
Okay.
Just get
Do
home
you-
safe.
Have any more information about the hiring?
This is not a good time.
Okay. Have a lovely night. You look very nice in your dress. Goodbye.
Aw. Nice.
Goodbye.
I do agree. Her dress was quite lovely.
It was very.
And we're walking.
Oh my gosh, I want
What?
fan art of Jameer and Felicity like making out in like hipster gear. I was just thinking, I was like,
That
oh
would
man.
be so like these two stupid things, and like you can see the tie
your
actually.
different colored ties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're on top of a building right now. How are you
Ziggy's
thinking
like
we're
walking you guys across the roof and then like puts a rope down and helps you climb down the building.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah,
how are you
it's
expecting
only
this-
one
Wow.
story. You guys could
It's
probably
not too bad.
like hike over the edge and drop down without too much trouble.
Okay. So,
Wow.
is there anything we need to do to sneakily get back to our hotel?
Yes. So there are police out in full force at this point. They've actually blocked off the bridge leading back to Notre Dame. So you will have to find another way back.
Okay.
However, I think this is where we're going to call it for this week.
No.
Oh no.
They
many
will
rooftops to be run
make it up. Yeah, there are way too many invisible ropes to be tight roping across too.
Yeah.
I think we might just have to pretend we're hipsters and go in a cafe.
Yeah, right.
You do that. Ziggy rooftops her way back.
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Wait.
That was fun. Wow. What?
That was good.
What a deal. All right.
It is actually 11 o'clock this time. I can
Oh, yeah, you did it
Because
right,
my
man.
clock
Fake
is
11.
That was so funny.
Okay.
Oh man.
Well, thank you so much, Kyo. That was great. And, you know, Lauren and Tempo, it's always great role-playing with you guys. So this was really fun. I like that everyone cosplayed. So we got...
I know, yeah.
That was cute.
That was good. We had like mid-episode cosplay too, with like getting creative with it.
I don't know what is wrong with my camera. It hates this hood.
I know,
Every
it keeps...
time I put it up, it's
when you
like,
do that, yeah.
No, it's perfect. When you do that,
focus.
you go in blurry, like you're going invisible. It's perfect.
Literally, like that's such a good
It's like
effect.
a transition.
See?
It's like it's meant
feature.
to happen.
It's a feature. It's a feature.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's a
hoodie
feature.
of elven kind.
Yeah, it's your hood of elven kind. Oh,
I tried to
nice.
get that, but it was too expensive, so I went with the jumping ring.
Yeah, we don't have any like cool gear like that yet.
Not yet.
I do
Not
have
yet.
a deck of magical cards, but I had to buy that in the episode. Jameer doesn't know yet. Oh.
I don't even know.
Oh, I ship it!
Okay, anyways. This is after show stuff.
I don't know what
so
to
if you guys want, you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/roll4it, and you can get an after show and see all of our like after show thoughts about all of our characters and things like that. But before we do any of our plugs or anything like that, I'm gonna toss it over to everybody so that they can do a little plug for themselves or anything else that they'd like to mention. So actually, we're gonna start it in reverse, and we're gonna start with our lovely DM. Keo, go ahead.
Okay.
We did it the other way around for the intros.
So if you guys are interested in giving Code 2050 out, giving Code 2050 a shot, you can go ahead and head over to legendarypants.net. All of the base rules needed to get started are available there for free. You can also follow Legendary Pants at twitch.com/legendarypants and at twitch.tv/legendary_pants or on Twitter at legendary_pants. You can find me on Twitch as well. I'm at twitch.tv/Kiokri or at Kiokri on Twitter. That's Kiokri.
And they do have a special video that's going to be played after this again, so stay tuned for that. And there might be cats in it, or a cat. Yeah, some meows.
Kitties. Perfect theme, yeah.
Maybe it's Mr. Whiskers. Who knows? Next up, let's go head on over to Random Tuesday.
Hello, I'm Random Tuesday. You can find me under that name most places on the internet. I play a lot of RPGs. I'm here for our final episode of Avalon High School on Sunday with Roll4It. And I have the third to last episode of this season of Leviathan Distant Stars that I run over on Wednesday nights, similar time, 7 p.m. over on Geek Space TV. So you can catch me playing space RPGs or teenagers murdering each other RPGs.
Everybody's murdering people. It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Big sword.
Of course, our lovely halfling friend, Tempo.
All right, guys, you can catch me at Team Tempo with the 0 on Twitter. You can also, check me out on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot lately. TEMP0 is how you spell it, because I'm ice cold. Literally. My stripper name is Chocolate Ice Water. No, not really, but yeah, you can check me out there.
Chocolate ice.
Hey, you gotta go there to check it out. Yeah. Yep, you gotta go to the show to appreciate it. Okay, but yeah, you guys.
I feel like at least one person's in.
Yeah, I know, right?
Freeze chocolate milk. That's not ice because it's milk, not water.
Chocolate milk. Hey, you know what? This is the name that was given to me. Hell yeah.
It's chocolate flavored water, okay? Oh, have you ever had those ice cubes that are flavored? Like they make like apricot ice cubes and stuff like that. Your chocolate flavored ice cubes.
There we go.
It's a thing.
I used to make them. Yeah, I used to do it.
We made it up.
Boom! Right here on Roll4It, yo. Get them. If you
get them at our merch store.
If you support the Patreon, yep, you guys, will enough legendary support might be able to get their own custom chocolate ice cube. It might melt by the time it gets to you, but we got you, man. We got you. All right. But
it's just like this pile of melted chocolate.
It's just an ice cube trade and some like flavoring and DIY.
Like
DIY, yeah. But yeah, that's basically me, TEMP0 and YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right.
Bam.
And you guys can check my stuff out at Margaret Crone. I'll be streaming right after this, twitch.tv/Margaret Crone. And I'm on all of the places. It's pretty easy. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube's, all the things. I might have already said it. But yeah, you guys can find me over there. I do a ton of different variety of games. I also am doing lots of role-playing. I'm in like 4 or 5 games a week. A lot of those are right here on Roll4It. So you guys can give it a little heart, so you don't miss out on any content right here at twitch.tv/roll4it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you haven't watched it on YouTube yet, head on over to our YouTube, youtube.com/roll4it, and you can give us a subscription and click the little bell so you don't miss out on any future content there. We put everything up within 24 hours, and then we also have a plethora of other content that you can check out on our channel over there. Now for the last plugs, if you guys want to help support us and you loved what you saw here and you want to see all these lovely people come back and do more content, all you have to do is check us out over at patreon.com/roll4it, and you can help support us there. There's a ton of tiers and we provide all kinds of goodies to all of those tiers. We try our best to be on time with those things. The poster for this coming month is going to be Amazeballs, and the one after that we have a new artist and they are making some really cool stuff, as well as we have a lot of other things coming along the way, so you want to stay tuned for that. Beyond that, you can follow us here, or you can subscribe to us on Twitch here, and you can get a bunch of different emotes. There are some more on the way because we've unlocked some more emote slots, so stay tuned for that as well. And I think that's all I have, other than we have announced Layla Season 2. Everyone's been very, very excited about that. So Layla Season 2 is starting April 1st, 2018. That is not a troll. If you think it's a troll, tune in April 1st to find out what's going to be happening with your friendly neighborhood slayer and her gang of ridiculously interesting high school friends. Will we all be safe? Probably not in EE's hands. He's got a lot of revenge for Random Tuesday, at least. I'm just saying. He hasn't had a DM in a month. I don't know what pent up GM frustration he's got going on, but I'm sure it's a lot.
I have stabbed 0 of the people he is in a relationship with now.
Right,
None
0.
Right. That's on you. That's on you.
Actually, it's really on you. I just gave the person a weapon. I didn't make them stab.
No. I'm talking about screwing over EE's character. That's on you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, like, doesn't he like Mariko too? I don't know. Anyways, after show material. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Enjoy this video that's going to be playing for you. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Toodles.
Bye.
See you guys.
You're such a good boy, Wyatt. Taking care of Daddy in his time of need. You know, Daddy's in a lot of pain. Daddy had a piece of metal pulled out of his leg. Do you know what that is? Do you know how much that hurts, little guy? It hurts a lot. Daddy's not gonna walk right for a long time. That's good for you. You don't really care, do you? You get to sit on my lap all day. As long as you want, huh? Oh, you're just perfectly happy. Perfectly happy. It's okay, though. I'm not too mad. Evan's in a coma. Remember him? The blast that injured Daddy also put him down. I hope he never wakes up. Or he could wake up and we can turn him into a bomb. You'd like that, huh? You'd like to turn Evan into a bomb? Yes, me too. I'm gonna blow him up. Listen, bud. Plan's still in motion. Everything's gonna go just as planned. Do you understand? Everything's gonna be just fine. My associates are all ready to go for the big rally. Are you excited? Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm excited because we're gonna win here, bud. We're gonna do big things. Oh, I wish you could understand me. I wish you just knew what Daddy was doing. Appreciate it. All you appreciate is a little bit of body warmth. Isn't that right? You like body heat? That and water and tuna? Back. Come on. Daddy needs you here. Come on. That's right. Careful with the leg. Okay, now listen. When this is all over, I'm gonna build you a special kitty room. Walkways, you like that? You like that?